Welcome to DeTalks with Allison.
Oh shit, we're recording.
You are the best podcast naming person.
This is the show where we sit down with comedians and other funny people, make them take their vitamins, and ask them about their life or whatever else we get into. Let's hope Charlie got it right this time. Holy shit. Welcome, Rocky Dale Davis.
What's up, dog?
How are you?
Living.
Chilling?
Doing well, sipping on this drink right here.
Sipping on this. Okay, I gave you this drink and it tastes so sweet that you thought it's just Kool-Aid.
It is Kool-Aid.
It is
I would
Kool-Aid.
bet any amount of money in the world that it's Kool-Aid.
Rocky thinks that I am faking these supplements.
I don't believe it because it tastes more sugary than a soda does.
Yeah.
Like it tastes like very sugary.
I never drank soda, so I don't know.
You've never had a soda in your entire life.
When I was like a kid, like a young kid, I tasted it like once and I was like, I hate this.
When's the last time you had soda? What year? If you had to guess. How many years ago?
2000,
That's
2001.
insane.
Yeah.
I had a soda 45 minutes before I got here. Like I have multiple sodas. Here, I've gotten better though, where I don't drink the whole soda anymore.
Yeah.
I do like this much with my food, and then that's it. And the rest of the time, sparkling water has saved my life.
Yeah, because it's the fizziness, right? That's
So
why I
good.
didn't like soda when I was a kid. And I was glad that it was the fizziness that got me to not drink it, because I'm sure I would have loved the sugar,
The sugar's great. Like Mr. Pibb is like my thing is like when you're drinking, like when you're eating a steak. If you have a steak, a soda can it makes it like all too good. If you have water with a steak, it like you're ruining like the flavor. You're basically like washing out the flavor of the steak. And so I need like a bourbon or I need like a soda with it. And I don't need much though. I just need a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I drink like crazy amounts of water, like Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Those are like the greatest
Dude,
company. I wish I had brought
best
some.
marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, best marketing, and it's like it is cool because I feel bad. I drink because everybody's like, why don't you just drink tap water? Well, because I make millions of dollars a year, and I'm not a fucking Neanderthal. That's why. So
I can afford some fucking Liquid Death at 99 cents a can or whatever it
they
is.
send them to me for free now. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
big deal.
Well, sponsor,
Liquid
that's
Death,
fine.
promo code Rocky.
But dropping your sponsorships on my podcast.
Do what you can, guys.
Oh
Don't
my
forget
God.
Flag and Anthem as well. Flag and Anthem, my clothing company.
Oh my God, now that we're dropping shit,
woo!
use the code DETALKS at mswnutrition.com. You can save 15% on these apparently sugar drinks
That's
that
right.
do have a lot of vitamin B12 in them.
That's what's crazy though. If it is, hold on. And by the way, just so you know as well, I need you to 100% be on the Flag and Anthem. And so when we ran our ads, you take the pause button off, okay? Or the skip button. Don't let them skip through that. They have to watch that. Do not take it off. This is that's what's crazy though. If it doesn't have sugar in it, that is shocking. Because it tastes like Kool-Aid when your mom makes it
It's
and she just wants you to
delicious.
shut up.
Yeah, no, it's got 20 calories total, 5 grams of sugar, and it's from stevia.
That's crazy. That's wild. I don't believe you, but I really don't. I think
all right. Yeah, nutrition
'cause it's
facts.
too
This is like,
good.
we call it the multivitamin you can feel, because there's like B12 and folate and shit, and that boosts your energy and it tastes great. We call them Slenderitas because it's like a mocktail.
Could you put alcohol in it?
Dude, we have so many clients that come in here because these are for liver detox.
Yeah.
And we have so many clients come in here and they're like, these are the best actual margarita mixers.
That's what I was saying. Like that with like a little bit of like a rum or like a tequila. in it
Tequila is what a
would
lot of
be
people.
Great.
Yeah.
Because I just like I said, it tastes so like because you gave it to me, I was like, I thought we were doing like a health podcast. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we're gonna get stuck with some IVs in a little bit, so we'll really be going.
I got stuck with it. My buddy Forrest graduated nursing school, and we went out and got drunk, and then he was like, "Dude, you should let me put an IV in you." Because I was drunk too. I know it
Yeah.
is good to have an IV. It's like it'll help
To
with the hangover.
hydrate.
And so we get back to his house. He's black. I'm very vascular, anyways. Like on my arm, like I have the vein,
Jacked.
and so I'm
Yeah.
just fucking jacked. But I have my vein, and so he's like gets the IV. He's wasted drunk. He's literally like his hand is like this right here, like trying to put it in.
No.
And he gets it, and he goes, "Oh, I can't believe I got it." And then he goes, I was like, "All right." And then he just walks away, and I was like, "Hey, dude, like, where's the IV back?" He goes, "I don't have any." And I was like, "You just stuck me with it," and I hate needles. And he stuck me with the needle for no reason. And I was like, that is so rude, dude. He could have killed me. Literally, like,
Dude.
just stabbed my arm. He's like, oh, I can't believe. And that's the last thing you want to hear is you're like, I can't believe I did that.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Well, what they don't teach you, like, I didn't know this. I lived with a nursing major in college, and
Yeah.
like, she had a boyfriend at the time, and he was her like testing dummy. She would
Yeah.
always fucking inject him with shit just to learn. But they don't really teach nurses how to actually stick IVs. They like teach you in theory and you'll do it on dummies a lot. But
Yeah.
like talking to like so many nurses that we've interviewed to work here, they're just like, oh yeah, like I can in theory do an IV. I've never actually stuck one though. And they're like
That's-
registered nurses working in the hospital.
Yeah, I mean the American healthcare system, during the Coco cough, really
Yeah.
showed, how elite our system is and how well
Yeah.
prepared we are for everything. And the training, Forrest literally being blackout drunk, and just thank God he stuck, because I feel like you
His
could
name was
die.
Forrest. Is that
Yeah,
what you just said?
also that's the best. He's
Best
a country
name.
redneck, and he's just like,
A nurse.
hey, what's wrong? So what are your symptoms? Hillbilly Forrest Gump.
This podcast is brought to you by MSW Nutrition. You know those frilly-looking cocktails we're always drinking on the show? That is from them. That is their Boost product. And MSW Nutrition is a supplement line designed to help support your body in as many ways as possible, starting with the liver. Liver health is really important, and a lot of people don't know this, but by helping to repair liver health, you're supporting your body's biggest detox organ so that it can do its job taking care of the rest of you. I always like to talk about this as if it's like an air filter. You got your air filter for your AC unit. Once that gets dirty, yeah, it kind of still works, but you need to change it out every once in a while, or at least clean it. The liver is the same way. Once you start detoxifying the liver, it makes weight loss, hormone balance, all those health goals be a ton easier. So really, really cool that they start by targeting the liver. There's all sorts of supplements by MSW Nutrition. They've got some for mood, stress, energy, weight loss, gut health, immunity, and other things like anti-aging, all the stuff that you want. It's probably on there. Any product carrying the MSW Nutrition label will be produced in FDA certified labs, and it will contain the most bioavailable version of those nutrients possible. That's the other thing a lot of people don't think about with their supplements is there's several different forms of any different nutrient. And a lot of supplement companies cut corners by producing the cheapest one, which usually is absorbed by the body the least. So MSW Nutrition makes sure that they are using the one that your body will absorb the best. So make sure to check out their website at mswnutrition.com to see all the latest stacks to help you reach whatever your health goals are. And if you make sure to use the code DETALKS, that is DETALKS, at checkout, you can save 15% on anything you buy. That is code DETALKS, DETALKS. And you're going to love it. Also want to give a shout out to MSW Health Lounge in Westlake Hills, Texas. That is on the west side of Austin. They are the guys that let us use their How Do You Health studios for our podcast, and they hook us up quite literally with vitamin IVs anytime myself or a guest wants one. These guys follow the same principles as MSW Nutrition, as you can probably tell. They started the supplement line, and they're amazing. They know so much shit about nutrition and health in general. If you are looking for vitamin IVs of top quality, and quite honestly, the cheapest around, check out MSW Health Lounge in Westlake Hills, Texas, and let them know I sent you. DeTalks is produced and sponsored by Big Laugh Comedy. Big Laugh Comedy is changing the world one comedy experience at a time. Big Laugh Comedy is the first ever company that provides you with a complete comedy experience, from live shows throughout Texas in Austin, San Antonio, San Marcos, and Fort Worth, to comedy news and everything in between. If you're looking to laugh your ass off with some of the best comedians in the world, or you want to know what your favorite comedian is up to, you need to visit Big Laugh Comedy at blcomedy.com. Get exclusive content and first dibs on tickets by becoming a VIP for free. Go to blcomedy.com/VIP-list. Yeah, but does he still live where you guys went to school?
Yeah,
Everyone
same
talks
place.
like that then. So
That's what's funny is everyone, because I don't think I have an accent at all. Like I don't have
You
an
can't
accent.
hear-
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't hear it. And then like I go home and I can hear those, hillbillies talk, those Neanderthals. They're all deplorable. And they have such like a thick accent. And then I go to New York and everybody's like, whoa.
you're from the South.
Whoa. And I'm like, yeah, I went to a commercial audition one time. I walked in and I was talking to the guy and he was an idiot too. But he was like, he goes, yeah, man. He's like, so we can, so can you lose your accent? And I was like, I don't have an accent. He goes, oh, so you don't even, I was like, I think I have it. It's not that bad. And he's like, It's really bad. He's like, well, we can get you therapy. Not, he didn't say therapy. He said like he can get you classes to
Speech
get rid of
classes,
it.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to get rid of it. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if it's there, but I was like, I don't want to get rid of it anyways.
Right.
And he goes, we're gonna have a tough time like booking like like shows and commercials with an accent. And I was like, yeah, Matthew McConaughey's really struggling right now. You're right, you idiot.
You're right. Yeah.
That's like Southern actors they all do fine.
They all yeah.
No one has an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I filmed a movie in New York. Yeah, dude. Matthew McConaughey played like the Lincoln lawyer.
Yeah.
He played where he lived in New York at the publishing where there was him and the that girl How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Which is a phenomenal movie as
It
well.
was a great movie. Yeah. I think I used to sound more Texan when I was little. It still comes out. Like the other day, I legitimately said like, "Oh yeah, I'm fixing to go do this," and then I was like, "Oh shit, I just said it."
Yeah.
But I watched. There's a video of me on YouTube when I was 10 shooting my first hog. This is how Texan my family is like, and my dad put it on YouTube, and I was watching it because it got some views.
Yeah.
And I was rewatching it the other day, and I shoot the hog, and then he zooms back, and that's the first time you see that, like, oh shit, it was this 10-year-old girl that just shot the hog. It's a cool video. And the first thing I do is I'm just like, I got a hog. Should I shoot him again? And I'm just like going off with just the strongest Texan accent.
Yeah. As you got older, it like I can't. Texas is probably the most like I think proper Southern accent. Like it sounds like the most like official.
Yeah.
Mississippi's awful. They're just the worst. I mean, they're the worst state anyway. They know they're awful. Alabama, we get a little twangy. Georgia kind of has like the Southern like the kind of it's drawn out like my mother and my like it's like kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
or not lazy, but lazy is a good way to put it, I guess. It's like not in a rush.
It's not the best. And I feel like Oklahoma has like the most country singers. They have the most.
Yeah. Carrie Underwood came out of there.
Yeah. I'm gonna do Miranda Lambert, I think also came from Oklahoma. And because I think she has a sign. She's
got some songs about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Blake too. But she has a sign. She didn't put it up, obviously, but it was in her hometown. They have a sign that says like hometown of Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put one in my hometown, but I'm gonna put it there myself, and I'm gonna have like a picture of me on the. I was on a show called Redneck Island on CMT, and it's like me shirtless in a river eating a piece of wood, and so I'm gonna put that picture and then have like. Because it had like her accolades beside it.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna put like hometown of Rocky Dale Davis, 2-time All-American mascot, followed by The Rock. And I'm just gonna put it up until someone takes it down. Like, and I'm gonna put it right in front of the Brookwood sign,
like the entrance of the city.
Because I'm 100%. I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna see how long it lasts.
I want you to get video of you in broad daylight putting that sign
up.
I'm
100% gonna do it.
Yeah,
I am a whore for social media. I mean, I put everything up. I'm gonna pay my mom's bills one day. Like I've already planned it out, like to buy her car and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna record it and post it online. And if it doesn't get great views, I'm gonna take the car back. It's like,
sorry, Mom, you lost your chance.
Yeah, you better cry, bitch.
Sponsorships are for the views, bitch. Like, you just gotta,
You cry and say how you always believed in me, or you don't get the Cadillac.
You're like, Mom, I gave you a free car. The least you can do is give me a good testimonial and some clickbait.
The least you can do. So, I don't care. People always, oh, you don't have to record you doing good stuff. Yeah, you do, so that you can get compliments on it. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then no one talks about it.
I need the dopamine on the internet the day after.
Exactly. I love when someone does something and then somebody goes, wow, the Kevin Hart or that's this. I'm just using an E name. Like Kevin Hart donated $5 million yesterday to the Society for Women, and no one's talking about it. I'm like, well, you're talking about it. That's the smartest way to do it. You're like, well, you're talking. You're telling everyone about it.
The news that you didn't know. No one knows this yet.
I love on Twitter when it's like something happens, and somebody's like, the mainstream media won't cover this. I'm like, well, you're literally all y'all are talking about it.
You're
getting more views than whatever.
Twitter counted as mainstream media the last 4 years.
Hey, dude, 100%.
Tweets were the headlines.
But you don't hear about that's something. My buddy doesn't have any apps. He just has the Twitter trending just to see what's going on. He's like, man, this is not good.
Dude, Twitter, that's the I always freak out about Twitter when I remember that 80% of America is not on it.
Yeah, that's what's wild.
Yeah, because it makes when you're on it, there's just constant shit coming every 2 seconds. There's a new tweet, and you scroll. You refresh it after a minute.
You can't get rid of it either. You because I see stuff all the time, and I try to block that because a lot of times you can click stuff off.
Yeah.
And you can be like, I don't
Hide
want to
it.
see this.
Yeah.
And then like they're like, now they're just like, nah, bitch, you're gonna see it.
You're following this person, you're gonna see it. It's
Oh,
not
it's
even
the
if you're
worst.
following, like if someone you follow likes a thing, it'll
Yeah.
show you the tweet. It's like
Yeah.
so-and-so liked it. Like, I don't care.
Well, did you see the UFC fire the other day?
No, I
It
didn't
was
watch
the
it.
funniest thing. So she is a fighter in the UFC, and you know, you can see the liked column on
Mhm.
Twitter, and I don't think she knew that everyone could see it.
Oh no.
And so she had been just liking so much porn. like and by the way, it wasn't even like, again, high quality. It was like
was Twitter
low
porn.
quality, like
Yeah.
Twitter porn. And it was like, I'm talking about everything she had liked, and then apparently someone saw it, and then it just fucking spread.
Oh my god.
And then and then you just looked, and by the way, like the only people she follows are like Dana White, the UFC, and then it's a
just
bunch
all
of porn
work
stars.
people.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was just, and it was like, I mean, down and dirty. Like, I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah, people don't know that if you go to someone's profile, there's a liked section.
I
and
found
you
a
can
buddy
just
of mine had
see-
like my buddy of mine, he has an old lady like foot fetish porn. And he had it on Twitter, and somebody just randomly showed me one day, and I was like, oof.
Maybe it's just because I like work in social media. I would never engage with a post
Yeah.
that could be damning like that. Even if I was looking for that shit all
Yeah.
day, like that's the same. Like if people are freaking out about political shit on Facebook or
Yeah.
whatever, even if I fully agree or fully disagree, I'm not engaging with that post. I will
Yeah.
read. I will be totally in on the drama. I will read every single comment
Right. I'm
and
the
be
same
cheering
way.
for certain. But I will not react to any of it. I
Yeah.
won't react to the status. Like
There's
just-
it's so funny because I always I like watching the Twitter stuff. Like I just like seeing like whatever everybody's fighting about.
yeah.
And there's one comic out of New York. He always gets into it with like every comic. And he got into it with somebody again the other day, and because I saw them post about it, and I went to his page, he had blocked me.
Oh no.
And I was like, dude, I've never even engaged with you. I've never met you.
yeah.
And I just like what, and I came and I was like, dude,
Now I can't even watch your drama.
I was like, no, this is ridiculous. This has gone too far, dude.
Like, dude, you blocked one of your hating fans.
I had to when I did NBC, they went through my entire Twitter. They went through everything. And but what's funny is they called me on the phone, and they called me and they go, "Hey, Rock, so you need to unfollow any porn accounts you follow." And I had already like I didn't follow any porn accounts anyways,
Yeah.
but I went through like because I used to have a friend that does porn, but I hadn't followed her anyways because it's like she was nice, but it's like on Twitter's the wrong site to follow your friend
Who was in porn?
because it's just like you're sitting there swiping through,
Yeah.
it's like a Walmart ad, Tim Dillon posting about Gaza, and then it's like a girl shoving up a candy corn up her ass. Like,
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Candy
And so
corn. Wow, really pushing it there.
yeah, no, well, she did it, and then she spit it out when the kids came to the dumb joke. That'd be great though, wouldn't it? But they called me and they go, "Hey, so we need you to unfollow any porn accounts you follow." I was like, "I don't follow any porn accounts." They go, um, are you like around anyone?" Like, and I was like, "I'm with my girlfriend." They go, "Do you want to go in the other room?" I'm like, "No, you could say it." And they go, "You follow Pornhub Aria?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like a Pornhub meme. It's like
it's a
the
memes
Pornhub
of
account.
Pornhub
Like
stuff.
it's the account,
Yeah.
but it's like Aria who posts like memes and stuff, like the
Right.
porn meme." And I was like, "No, it's not it." She goes, "Well, you have to unfollow that." And I was like, so I unfollowed the Pornhub account, and they went through like every tweet. Like I posted a tweet when I was like, I posted one about like cocaine,
Yeah.
and they had went through, had to get rid of that. I had like 50 tweets about cocaine. I something said no homo one time,
Right.
and it was like so it was like
This is homophobic.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had to like go through and like take that down, and then it got to the point where then like they started like getting like real crazy
Yeah.
with like I had a picture of me hunting with a gun. I
Yeah.
couldn't have that up
Why?
because apparently they didn't want anybody hunting.
There's so many. This was NBC. You said?
Yeah.
I was like, there's so many hunting shows though. Like
Yeah.
that is its own very high profit
Exactly.
industry.
And so it like they went to the point of where like it was like I was like, okay, like the no homo thing was a joke on the no homo. It was like a joke on it.
Right.
And then the cocaine stuff, I'm like, I guess drug use, but I'm obviously making a joke about cocaine.
Right.
And then with the gun stuff, I was like, this is getting rid. And then like they kept sending me 50 tweets at a time. I had 12,000 tweets.
50 tweets at a
And
time that you
I
needed to get rid of.
went through I deleted every tweet I had. I hired this app that deletes everything and then probably saves it to blackmail you later. But I deleted everything and I posted I love NBC primetime shows and sent it back to them. And I was like, is this good enough for y'all? Is this what you want? Like, then we'll do this then. And they go, yeah, this is great. And then they went through my Instagram. And that when like it was the worst.
That's insane. Like I know I went on tour with Jen Fulweiler, I guess almost 2 years ago now. She's gonna be on here in a next episode, but she's super popular in the Catholic world.
Yeah.
So all of her material's super clean. Like I had clean material to tour with her and all that stuff. It was fine, but she wasn't like that. But she just was like, just so you know, like if I'm tagging you on stuff, my followers are gonna find it. So like just check, She was like, I trust your judgment, just check. And I thought I was fine. I'm like, I post dumb shit on Twitter. I post dumb pictures of me doing whatever, but it's not like offensive or so I thought. And then I was scrolling through my Instagram and my friend Mike Eaton, who's also a comedian, him and Eli, the two guys that do Giggle Boys, they had designed this shirt that was like it said legalize it, and it was a joint rolled up with a fetus at the end, and they were about to light the fetus.
There you
So
go.
it was legalize abortion
Really
and
hitting
legalize
that.
marijuana. And Mike was like wearing the shirt, and it was me like pointing at it, and I was like, oh man, this Catholic audience is gonna fucking hate me if they find that. So that was like the only thing I think I needed to archive, but
Shit.
Oh shit, we got some vitamin IVs coming in. Oh yeah, we need we were using these hooks last time, I think, if that works for you. Yeah.
Got
But yeah, we got Shawnee bringing us some fun stuff. I'm getting
I mean, that looks like a literal bag of piss.
it looks like a literal bag of piss. So yours looks like that. The one that I've been doing for the guests is called the Feel Good Plus Liver Detox.
Fuck yeah.
So
Dude,
you're gonna
I'm
get
usually
that.
veiny. I'm not veiny right now.
Rocky
God.
forgot to do some curls before the show. He was too busy eating fast food.
I did chest today, not arms. Fuck. Dude, where are my veins at? That's what I'm known for. Do I still have my vein right there?
Yeah, vascular Rocky Dale Davis. That's
Dude,
the name.
I'm usually veined out. It's because this sugar drink she just gave me. That's what it is.
Yeah, we popped down. He thinks this is full of sugar.
It feels like
it
just
tastes
like
too
sugar.
good. Yeah.
Hold on, is that good enough right there? But I wanted to impress you. Because usually I go to doctor's office and they go, wow, you're so vascular. And then they're like blown away.
I don't
And
think
then
Shawnee's
now-
going to give that to you.
And then now you're like, look at this nerd. What?
They're cool.
Hold on, do you want to do this one right here? Get that one. Dude. There you go. Yeah. The Cobra striking, dude.
This is derailing my podcast so quickly. Oh, no.
There we go.
There we go.
There it
There
comes.
comes your veins.
Yeah, boy. I should just do this at my house all the time before I take selfies. I don't think it's bad to stop circulation of blood. Right?
Do you have one of those squeezer things to get your
No,
forearms?
I definitely do. Not for actual. I'm trying to improve my grip strength. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't look.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Gotta get zen for a second.
Fuck me. No, it doesn't hurt, but it's annoying. Did you do it yet?
Yeah, she's going. Yeah, he was talking about how he didn't like needles before this, and then he's like, "Yeah, fucking yeah, give me a vitamin IV. We're good. Beautiful.
Okay.
Good
We're good.
work. Good
It
work."
always makes me
She'll
sweat.
cover it. She'll cover it up for you in a second. Yeah,
There we go.
it's good. See, okay, are you one of those people like? Is it just because it's on you?
Yeah.
Like, does blood bother you, or
Yeah,
is it
blood
just
bothers
that?
me.
Okay.
Everything. I don't like. It's not like a big deal. It's just I don't know. Like it's just that like it's inside of you,
Yeah.
and like that's the part that kind of weirds me out. So like I used to be real bad about it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten better about it now. I just don't like watching it happen.
Yeah.
And that's why with Forrest when he put it in drunk,
Yeah.
like I was like
I can't believe.
I
like,
was
you were also
drunk as
drunk.
well. So
Jeez.
it's like crazy looking at it. Like that's blood right there, right?
Yeah.
Am I gonna die?
You're good. So the thing that she's got in her hand right now over there, that roller, just so you know, you can push it up and down to make it drip faster or slower. So you've got NAD plus in there. That's the only thing. Yeah. Up is faster, right? And then down is slower. Yeah. So NAD plus might be like you might feel a little bit of an energy surge or something from that. And if it feels like a little too much, then you can just roll it down a little bit and it'll drip
What?
slower. It's not gonna now that you're plugged
Energy
in.
surge. What are you doing?
NAD plus.
It's the Jason Statham movie. Where he hooks
Yeah,
up the
yeah,
fucking
we're
car
hooking you
battery
up
to
to
his chest?
Compound V right here. You watch The Boys? You seen that
Yes,
on
Compound. Oh, that's such a good show.
Dude,
Um,
I didn't know I was missing that show.
that show, I can't believe they got away with some of the stuff they did in that.
It's so well, especially the first episode. For those of y'all not familiar, like fucking The Boys is just if what would happen if we actually had superheroes.
Yeah, it's 100%. It's what would happen. With
Yeah, because it's
superheroes.
basically like highly commercialized. People do legitimately have superpowers.
Yep.
But then it becomes this highly commercialized celebrity bullshit. And there's, this huge corporation that manages the top superheroes and helps them go on
Yep.
missions. And it's a lot more fucked up than you want superheroes to be.
Hold on. Is it okay?
You're good.
Are you sure? Why
His
did you
eyes
just
got
touch it like
big.
that?
She's checking on you.
Hold on. Is it like is it?
It's good.
Hold on. I don't. My hand feels weird now. Is my hand supposed to? Can I move my?
You can move your hand.
Dude, I don't know about
Rocky,
it, dude. I don't trust it, dude.
Last episode, the nurse got me right here.
That's a. I don't like
I
that
was
one.
in that one.
Dude, I can do them in my ass all day because I'm cheeked up for real.
That's where we have injections too, and
Yeah.
I'll self-inject that shit. I don't care.
Forrest does this, by the way. He works at
Oh, yeah?
he now works at a place where he does this.
Vitamins.
Vitamin drips, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
love
I
it.
probably shouldn't. I mean, I don't know. 'Cause I guess I didn't say his last name. So,
Yeah.
I say his full name, date of birth, social security number. But he does like this something like the IV stuff.
Yeah.
And this is my first time. I was gonna do one time because I felt real sick, and I did not. 'Cause I heard like it helps with that.
It can, yeah. What we've done here is like we've created a lot of custom blends.
Yeah.
Shout out to MSW Vitamin Lounge letting us get hooked up. But yeah, we've created a bunch of custom blends. So there's a lot of places that'll do just like Myers cocktails. See, I watch it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm so used to it though. Like literally when we were creating these, like oh yeah, you gotta hit.
I thought she was gonna pull it out.
Yeah, it might have missed. Usually we're pretty good, but
Oh,
there
you're
we
actually.
go.
Oh, you're actually like.
Rocky's gonna
Oh,
puke on the
fuck.
podcast, and
That's why I could never
one.
do steroids.
Yeah.
I could. Oh. Wow, it's such a weird fact.
There you go. Thank you.
She's just sitting there like she's playing Operation in your arm.
She got it. Yeah.
I'm
I'm glad that I'm good with it.
I could never do like steroids because I couldn't do like.
Well, aren't those just injections though?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Oh, you still can't self-inject.
Not like definitely not self-inject. I can
Yeah.
do my butt. Like I can't put it in, but like I can have someone else put it in. I'll be like I'm straight,
Yeah.
But like I definitely can't do like putting it in by yourself.
Oh, yeah,
And,
I do
like,
that all the time.
Testosterone's like that too. I think. Right?
It is, yeah. It depends. Like, I feel like the hormonal ones. There's one hormonal one that they recommend you do it in your stomach, like
No
you put it
way.
in the stomach
Absolutely
fat.
not.
I think that would bother me, but the rest of them, yeah, it's just intermuscular. Like,
Ain't that like
in the butt.
diabetic?
Yeah, insulin, yes, but I think what is it, HCG? Is that one's supposed to go into the
I
fat
need to go
too?
to
I
the
think.
doctor. I
Yeah.
haven't been to the doctor in over the past 10 years. I've been to the doctor once. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
Probably not good.
Or it's really good. Have you
That's
been
right.
sick a lot?
No, I get sick one time a year in December for a week. Every year.
Really?
Yep.
Is that like allergies related at all?
Yep.
Damn.
Every year in December for about a week, usually first, second week, get sick. Happens every time. Drink a bunch of water, feel awful.
Damn.
So I've caught COVID every December for the.
Dude, I was talking to someone about this yesterday. Did you feel like you got sick more often this year than you ever did before, or was it still just your once a year?
No, I got sick. I got sick when I came back from Mexico.
Yeah.
Because again, I just get sick with the change of seasons every time.
Yeah.
I broke my nose in high school, and ever since then, I am just a allergy little girl.
Yeah.
I see pollen, I get sick. It happens every time.
Yeah. I was but like so when it's like a thing in science, they say if someone smells good to you, it means they have different immunities than you. Like it's like nature being like, oh, this person has like complementary immunities. So if you have a kid with them, your kid's gonna get all of y'all's immunities combined. But there's always a chance that you just get everyone's allergies, and that's me. Like I literally am allergic to all of the pollens year round in Austin. Because my parents are each allergic to like a couple of them.
Do you know it's funny? My girlfriend We met. We met on a cruise ship. She was working, and then I saw her a month, 2 months later, and I hadn't seen her since. And we had been talking the entire time. Though.
Yeah.
And we were like talking about dating and stuff. And then I see her, and she walked up to me, and she smells me like real hard, and like a real hard smell. And I
Yeah.
was like, "What are you doing, weirdo?" And she's like, "I wanted to see if you smelled the same." She's like, because like apparently she said like with people like like if they have like certain smells that attract, like it's like almost like a pheromone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then she's like, you still have it. And then now she has lost her sense of smell from
Ooh.
COVID
Oh,
for like 3
shit.
months, and we have definitely had less sex.
Damn. Well, the pheromones, like even if they're subtle, like it
Yeah.
is a smell thing.
Yeah.
Like, because certain people, you might be like, why do I feel attracted to them? And you don't even actually know that it's like a smell that you're picking up on.
Yeah.
But you're just like, oh, I'm weirdly attracted to you for some
Yeah.
reason. And it's
She's
just...
always stank in general. Like she has never smelled good. But she's very beautiful, so it outweighs. She's very like organic, like soap, organic. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Shawnee. Yeah.
She's like organic soap, organic deodorant and stuff. So she smells like just bad, like a old like plant that you don't water.
Oh my
But
gosh.
no, do you know what's funny too? The other day she was telling me, because like I'm a big dude, but I'm not like crazy big, and I do have love handles. Like it's like I have like a weird like body. Like all my weight goes to my love handles. Like I don't never gain weight anywhere else. I gain it in my
Yeah.
love handles, and I have wide hips in general. So
Yeah.
wide hips. With love
With
handles,
love
it just looks,
handles.
my body looks real weird.
Yeah.
Because then I have wide shoulders, but then I have like it's really small right here. Then my hips go out, so it's like I'm just fucked from the beginning.
Right.
But she told me, she's like, you don't need like a big, you don't need to have big muscle. I don't like big guys. I don't like big dudes that are big jack dudes. And then we watched Creed 2, and it was the Russian, the guy that plays Ivan Drago's son, and she like goes like, wow, he's hot. Like audibly said it. And I got mad. I'm like, that's the biggest dude on earth.
Dude.
And then she goes, no, he's not that big. And like I'm arguing with her after. I go, that dude is so fucking big. He is huge.
He's
And
jacked.
she goes, no, he's like proportionate. I go, no, he's not. He is. And I showed her a picture, and she goes, yeah, he looks like. I'm like, he's 6'6". He's 300 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
That he has no fat on him.
Pure muscle.
And then she's like, yeah, but I'm like, you said I had a dad bod the other day. There is no difference. There's a big difference between these two.
Right.
You cannot just like both of them. There's no. So, like, do you want that or not?
Right.
And she's like, no, I like you. But I'm like, but you said he. And like, we got in a whole fucking thing. Because I was like, you're lying. I was like, you know the type of girls I like. She's like, why, you like girls with big butts? And I was like, I do.
You're like, I'm from the South, of course.
It's just what it is. I was like, but I don't like girls with big boobs. I just don't. And she's like, my girlfriend doesn't have big boobs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, imagine if I showed you some girl with humongous tits.
And you were like,
I was
same
like,
body.
what? Same body. You'd be like, no, it's not. The guy's, he's a freak. His name's like Big Nasty or something. He's
God.
Russian dude.
Yeah.
He's insane shape. I mean, like.
But you're in good shape. Like, you were just talking about this. You work out. You're tall.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I'm in good shape until that guy walks in the room. Like, here's what's crazy, because also his shoulders, the thing is that always gets me, it makes me, Riley Green's a friend of mine, too. He's a country singer. He can't fucking sing at all. And I'll tell you, can tell him.
Is he like a Johnny Cash type thing? What is he talk while he sings?
He's one of the best country music writers in the business. He writes amazing, but the motherfucker can't sing. And yeah, I'm saying that because he ignores my text messages now. He had a couple #1 songs. He don't text me back anymore. So guess what? You can't sing, bitch. Okay. But he's an amazing songwriter. He's unreal, and he's done incredible things. But he is a gorgeous man.
Yeah.
Like, he is just absolutely beautiful. When if his hair's undone, it looks like he styled it that way.
Okay.
And he's just jacked.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, he goes, yeah, man. He's like, because we were on Redneck Island together. He goes, yeah, dude, it sucks I can't work out right now. I'm just going to get real skinny. And I was like, you
fuck
piece
you.
of shit. Like,
yeah.
But his body, like, he drinks beer like crazy.
He's one of those dudes that just can't keep any fat on him.
It's impossible. And he is literally, and if he works out like a week,
like
if he works out for a week, he is jacked. He is vascular. He's got the. I'm afraid to move my arm. I'm gonna die. He has like the vein that, because I get it when I work out, but I don't keep it regularly.
Yeah.
But he has like the humongous vein that goes through. And he is in stupid shape.
Yeah.
And he's just one of those guys where he weighs 180 pounds.
Yeah.
He's taller than me. I'm 1 inch shorter than him, and I weigh 200. If I'm working out, I weigh 250.
So he looks like a cross country runner.
He is, and he's so fucking hot. I mean, he's just such a good looking. And his songs, like If Grandpa's Never Died, was like it made me cry.
Oh.
And he's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
And I hate his guts though. He's one of those guys though where like
You're too perfect
because he has his body, his hips are proportional.
Oh yeah.
My
yeah.
hips. If you like a guy. If they just have that where it goes, like where it goes, like where it just kind of
it's either a V or it goes normal.
But I literally like I'm gonna say it like I'm a thick bitch. Like the way my hips come out into my ass. Yeah, like I'm a thick girl. Like
no,
I got a wop,
I know I get like similarly self-conscious around the same area of my body because like you see all these women, it's either like especially looking at models most of the time, like and I know they're models, right? But like it's either like they look like a 12-year-old boy and they're just like straight.
Yeah.
Or like the latest thing now is like girls with big boobs and then they've got the perfect hourglass and they've got the long torso. Like I'm 5'6", so I'm like medium height for a female, but my legs are long as shit. Like literally my boyfriend is 6'3". Is that right? Oh no. Yeah.
That's
he's
my
6'3".
height.
Yeah, he's 6'3", but he's his legs are way taller. That's what it was. Anyway, I was gonna say my legs are like proportionally the same to him, like when we're looking at each other. So I have long legs compared to my torso, and I'm always self-conscious about it because it's like instead of like the hourglass, it feels like it goes doom doom doom. It's like a right angle. I'm just like, oh fuck, I can't wear bikinis.
I have the biggest hassle like finding shirts too. Like it's
to like get them to fit properly.
Because then like if they go too big, and then like if that's why with lifting I have to lift or I look weird. Because on my size chest with my
waist.
my hips, my hips, if my arms aren't big, they look weird on my body. They can't just be like lean arms.
Yeah.
Like when I lost all that weight, during January, it was like I looked weird because of how big my body is still big, and then my arms they had no muscle.
They lost it.
I was doing. People, I like yoga's great.
Yeah.
But people can say whatever they want. It's not. You're not getting bigger from yoga.
Right.
It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so I was ripped. Don't get me wrong, but it's like
a different type of
I don't
muscle.
look good like ripped. Like I don't have the body to look good ripped. Like my arms need to be big.
Well, it needs to be beefy ripped if you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like eating a lot of protein, like what we were talking about with Jason Momoa and his fucking Guinness diet.
He's just the most good looking. The other day I got insulted. A friend of mine, Amber, from my hometown, I was talking to her boyfriend, and we were talking about The Rock and stuff. And she was like, he goes, dude, you should be on like Raw. And she goes, Rocky's nowhere near the size to be on Raw. And he was like, well, I mean, he had like muscle, he could gain some more, but he's a pretty big dude. She goes, he's fucking fat. And I was like, that's probably the first time I was like, a girl from like my hometown insulted me. And I'm like, you bitch. Like, I'm the best looking guy that has ever came out of this fucking town.
You're like, everywhere else has a beer gut and they're working with the cows.
And, then her husband is like, wait, if he's fat, what am I?
Yeah.
And she goes, and I'm like, what's going on right now? I don't like what's happening right now. She just wrote, and I was like, because I'm under the impression, like I got out of Brookwood, I'm the best looking guy that ever came out of there, and every girl regrets not dating me. And then that was probably the first one. Now I'm like, wait, how many of them don't think that I'm like, bro? And what sucks is Tuscaloosa's starting to get, because Alabama has won so many national championships, and it's like a party school now.
Yeah.
So we've done so well, and the issue is now we're having so many new students come in.
Yeah.
And so you're having like I walked to the gym the other day, my buddy, we're at Crunch Fitness in Tuscaloosa, and it was just stacked with like women, perfect bodies, humongous butts, abs, and then dudes with like ripped, and then like, small waist and everything, jacked up. And I was talking to my buddies, like, dude, where were these people when we were in like college?
Right.
They go, we weren't winning when we were in college. Because this is the new thing for all of us, man. And
So
it's
like
weird
all
to
the
see
hot
like a whole
people.
town change though, like because you just see like these people. Because when you go to LA, like everyone's attractive,
Right.
And everyone dresses every day to be attractive. In Brookwood,
Yeah.
when I'm in Brookwood, I look like a homeless person.
Dude, I mean, I'm from Round Rock, which is 20 minutes north of here, and I'm the same way when I go there. And I lose my mind every time I go to the gym and I see people from high school or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, you're still here.
I dress up for football games though. When I go back to like go to like a football game.
Yeah, you go to Bama games?
No, Brookwood.
Brookwood games.
Just the high school.
Is high school football big for y'all too?
So it's not what y'all are. The issue is with Brookwood is we're not good. Like we are awful, and we
But you
live.
dress up.
So our games are wild, right?
Yeah.
Games are always packed out. The student section's great, and we just lose every game. Like we just, whereas there's not enough black people, and I mean, like the issue is we're 6A now, which means
Okay, that's a huge school.
That's a huge school,
Yeah.
but we're not a huge school. So
Oh.
we're like 2,000 kids or something.
Okay.
But we're in with Hoover, which is Hoover's the team that beats
Big.
Texas teams. Like
Yeah.
they're they've won like the national championship like a couple times. There's this huge school, and then Tuscaloosa County High, which beats Hoover, and then you have Hillcrest, which is like all these teams around
They're
us
all competitive
are
with each
amazing,
other.
and then we lose like I don't think we've had a winning season in like 40 years.
Oh, yikes.
There was 3 or 4 years where we didn't win a game. Like it was like we had like a 40 game losing stretch.
That's terrible.
So it's not like because here, beside my house in Kyle, I thought it was a college. It's a high school.
Dude,
it's a high school football.
the high school stadiums are insane here. Kyle is a fairly new town to like get as big as it's getting too.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of their shit is probably newer. I think I've driven. There's a stadium down there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I've driven by that. That's similar to in Round Rock. There was the whole school district came together because my high school, Round Rock High, was the only one that actually had a stadium.
Yeah.
So everyone had to use it, and it was fine. It was it was big for a high school stadium, I guess,
Yeah.
but it wasn't insane.
Yeah.
But the district came together when I was in high school and built what everyone called the Palace.
Yeah.
Because it was like the size of UT almost. Like it was huge.
Yeah.
And that's where everyone would go and just get wild. Like I mean,
Crazy.
I was so fucking obnoxious in high school. I
Yeah.
went to UT and I was not as crazy at UT as when I was in high school going to the high school football games on Friday,
very-
painting
Very
myself.
different.
Yeah.
Did you meet Matthew McConaughey or no?
I've seen him a few times because he always comes to the UT games, and his box was always over the student section, so he'd like hang out and wave to everyone, and people, the girls were like, "Oh my god, look at my tits!"
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
He is. Yeah, he was one of those guys as well. Just the guys that just had like a crazy body.
Well,
his body messed up though after he lost all that weight.
Well, he was talking about that on either in his book or on one of the podcasts, because his book is really good. I listened to it.
Yeah, he has a great. He's like
he's got a great voice too.
the way the light hits.
Yeah.
You know.
See, talking about the accent again, it's
Yeah.
great. Like that's a book you want to hear read by the author.
Yeah, because he just seems like the coolest guy.
Yeah, and but he was talking about that somewhere where like especially after Dallas Buyers Club when he had to lose all that weight.
Yep.
Like he was intentionally starving himself,
Yeah.
and then after that, like you fuck up your metabolism so bad that it's
Yeah.
like you gotta give it at least 6 months for everything to regulate out.
Yeah,
And that's
he
if you're
looks
lucky.
different. Maybe it was age too, but I felt like
Yeah.
he never because I mean he was like if you look in was it Grit or Sand or Dirt? I think it's Dirt. One of the movies he was in, which is a great movie. I never even saw what he was in before.
It's named after some sort of soil.
Yeah, it's some kind of soil, and he was in it, and he was phenomenal. He had that beefy body.
Yeah.
Like it was a beefy but cut,
Yeah.
and then I feel like I haven't seen him like that. I mean, it could just be age too.
It could be.
but
Yeah.
that's and
Also just getting cast in less roles that are like
Yeah.
requiring that,
yeah, that's also like a thing that you don't really like. You don't think about. Like they called Jason Momoa. They caught a picture of him from the side like a couple months back, and he had a belly on him. Like,
Oh,
but
geez.
it was literally just breathing out.
Right.
And they caught it, and it was funny because all these like women were shaming him.
Oh
They
my
were like talking about like dad bod or whatever, and it was hilarious because it's like we're not even gonna talk about the woman versus man thing on that.
Right.
We're not even gonna address that. But it's like, dude, that guy is like that's not a dad bod.
That's the most ripped dude.
Yeah.
And
It's like
even
the-
yeah, I mean, people forget too, like someone like him, you see him on a movie and he's jacked as fuck.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with like bodybuilding too, is like, the people get on stage and they get their pictures of them all like spray tanned and cut because they haven't had water in 2 days and they're like look
Yeah.
insane. And you're like, oh my God, I could never look like that. And no, you could. You
Yeah.
just need to follow the plan that those people did. But those people also don't look like that 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Like Jason Momoa looks like that in the movies because he's been dieting and training to look like that for the 3 to 6 months of shooting or however
Yeah.
long it takes. I don't fucking know how long it takes to shoot a movie. However long he's on set, and then he kind of just gets to go back and be a regular person.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't understand like the whole aspect of. I don't even like. I thought about the other day because I was thinking about getting like jacked because I'll be like in Austin now, so I'm at home base again, so like
Yeah.
I'm just somewhere where I can be like based down. thought about just like losing a bunch of weight and getting jacked, and I was like, there's no fucking there's no reason.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. It's
Yeah.
not healthy just to randomly like I'm gonna starve myself for 2 weeks again. And also it's like I don't care. Like I'm fucking cool with like right now. People spit. I was like, well, it's not healthy the way you just eat like shit and then work out. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not. But I'm like 28. I'm gonna ride it out.
Yeah.
Now, when it
You're
starts
like,
getting a little like at one point in time, like I was doing a little too much, getting a little thick, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, let's cut it down a little bit. Let's just ride this train out, Judge, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to fuck anybody. And so my girlfriend's here. She's not going anywhere. You know, so it's like I got her, like, and you know, she lost her sense of smell, so like she can't even like, you know, she may not even like me anymore. But
Oh my
she, you know, if
God.
she goes, then we'll lose with them. But I'm like, I don't understand. Like when people, I have a couple friends of mine that they measure out every piece of rice.
Oh yeah, those
And,
macro counters.
you
That
know,
used to be me. Like,
yeah,
because I mean, it's counting macros essentially.
that's
Is
all
like
it is.
knowing talking again. Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
He wanted to drink 12 Guinnesses a day or whatever the fuck it was while
yeah.
he was cutting fat, and so they're like, all right, you can do that, but you can't eat literally
Eat
anything other than chicken.
I mean, boiled chicken has to be the worst thing.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. Like with people that lose all that weight, you know, with people that do that every day, it's like if I had a chef, yeah, I could fucking do it though.
Right.
Like if I had a chef that would just come in, whip up a fucking, you know, grilled chicken, you know,
Yeah.
rice thing, I would, yeah. But I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to Whataburger and get a fucking honey butter chicken biscuit, extra honey butter,
You never
and
been
dip
on
that shit.
never been on the meal prep train.
No, I tried it one time. I have my worst fear is undercooked chicken
Oh yeah.
because there was a video when I was in elementary school about undercooked chicken, and I think it was like Jack in the Box that did it or something like that.
Ugh.
And I've been like afraid of it ever since.
I definitely got a raw chicken nugget at McDonald's when I was a kid one time, and my mom lost her shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it. Dude, I didn't eat Waffle House. There was one time I ate Waffle House when I was young, and I found 4 hairs in my food, and I
Oh.
vomited, and I
Yeah.
didn't eat Waffle House for like 5 years, and that's my favorite restaurant.
Oh God.
But you know, it can fuck you up, dude. You have
Yeah.
one bad experience.
Even if it's like not the preparation of the food.
Yeah.
Like there was one time when I had a stomach bug and I didn't know it yet, and I ate Thanksgiving dinner and they had made ham that year.
Mm.
And I ate the ham and it was like my favorite food at the time.
Yeah.
And then I was just puking my guts out the rest of the night. And I still to this day like it needs to be cooked right for me to touch it. And the
Uh,
ham did nothing to make me sick. I was already sick.
I threw up one time. I was drunk with my girlfriend. I threw up through my hands. I threw up through my hands.
Projectile
So I
vomited.
tried to like cover, and it's like at a certain point, like it's just you know you don't have the force,
You
dude.
can aim with that,
And I
right?
literally it sprayed like a fucking
Oh.
sprinkler system. It was the worst, and she was so upset. She bitched about it. Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a low budget film prank.
It
Like
was, it was so I vomited one time. I was real drunk, and my buddies were driving me home, and I was real mad. I was mad at myself for them having to drive me home,
yeah.
and because I was like, I just ruined their good time. I got
Right.
too drunk, and so I get upset, and I take off my shirt, and I'm mad, because when I get drunk, my shirt comes off every time, and I'm just like yelling, and my buddies told me the next day, like, hey, dude, we were real worried. Because, like, you know, we knew you were mad at you,
Right.
but you were getting really aggressive, and we were like, we don't
want him to
can't-
hurt himself.
Well, no, they're like, we didn't know, we can't stop you at this point. And like you were telling, like we were like, if he goes to that door, there's nothing we can do here. We can't do shit. And so they finally get me in the car, and we're driving, and I'm really upset, and I reach my mom, her radio was gone in her car.
Okay.
And so there was just an empty hole, right?
Yeah.
And so I reached through the hole and pulled the entire dashboard off of the fucking car. And then, they're like, whoa, and they
How
figure
did
out.
he-
So I put it back on, and then we keep driving. I go, hey, guys, yeah, pull off here. You can get me off here because the other guy was following another car. I was like, pull off here. You guys go home. I
Yeah.
can drive. They go, you're good. I go, yeah, I'm good. And just literally vomited on the side of the door. And they go, yeah, we're gonna keep
good.
driving. Dude. And then you feel when you wake up. But the best thing is though, when you vomit, that is like
It's the cleanse.
It is the cleanse, dude.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
Can you still drink what you were having that night?
Yeah, well, the one that got me for a while was Jaeger. Jaeger
Ooh.
got me for about 10 years. It was the first time I ever drank in my life.
Yeah.
And this is an old story I told, but I was in Panama City Beach with my buddy. It was a senior trip, and I'd never drank ever, not one time. And
So
this
this is
girl I really
college.
liked.
Senior trip. Yeah, senior trip.
This girl I liked was like I think she had turned me down a few times, and I still kept going after her because she like was very like she gaslighted me a lot and shit. And then I think like that day she had like she sent me like a picture with me and like one of my best friends, like or with her and one of my best friends. And I was just like so upset. I was like, dude, I thought like this was gonna work out.
Yeah.
And so I got upset. So I was like, I'm gonna drink. So my buddy goes, yeah, dude, go take a shot of Jaeger. And he's like, go take a shot of Jaeger, and then like just chill.
Yeah.
But he was small, so I was like, I can drink more than you can. So I take 3 shots of Jaeger.
Oh shit.
I pour it into this cup, right? That
Yeah.
had this line on it. I
Yeah.
thought that line was one shot. It's a double shot line.
Oh,
It was like a
no.
party cup. I take
Yeah.
3 double shots of Jaeger, and I do it, and I go, I'm not fucking drunk. But because I don't know what being drunk is yet.
Right.
And so I take 2 more double shots of Jaeger. Okay.
So we're up to 10 shots.
10 shots. And then I don't feel anything still. And I'm like, oh, God, I don't feel nothing. So I take 2 more. And now I'm tipsy, right?
Yeah.
And but this is a process of maybe 5 minutes while he's in the shower.
Right.
'Cause
So
he
you
has
don't
no idea
realize.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So we literally walk down to the beach. I'm drunk from the 20-foot walk to the beach.
Right.
This girl's on her phone. My buddy's talking to this girl, and then the other girl's on her phone, like her friend. Like she's like talking to her boyfriend, like, leave me alone. I'm having fun with my friends.
Yeah.
I walk up, I close her phone. Okay. And I was like, girl, what are you doing tonight? And then she's like, oh, what's that? And so we sit down and we talk, and then they start walking down the beach, and she like hops on my back, and I start carrying her. And then they start appearing like farther ahead. Like I'm blinking my eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like 20 foot ahead of us each time.
Right.
And I'm like, they're like disappearing. And then the beach starts to like go on like a slant. Like I feel like I'm walking sideways.
Yeah.
And I'm like stumbling with her, and we fall. Okay. So I blink, and we're like making out on the beach, right? Like water's barely hitting our feet. It's real cool. And I blink again, and she's naked, like on the beach. Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm like, this is amazing. And then I blink again, and I hear her yell, and I open my eyes. I had vomited all over her, like, and so like it just went everywhere, right? And so my buddies come over. I'm blinking. I'm like, I'm on the beach. Then we're in the room. My buddy Tevin, he told me. He told me that he's like, I was like, hey, man, just let me go. I got it. I fall in the bed. I wake up. I have shit, pissed, vomited, everything in the bed. They wake me up like, Rocky, you got to get into the bathroom, dude.
Yeah.
So we go into the bathroom. They have my head. My buddy has my head underneath. He told me about my hair underneath not the sink, the tub, and they're filling water in my mouth because I assume I have alcohol poisoning at this point. And I'm vomiting, and then I'm still like doing all the other stuff in the toilet.
Yeah.
And I'm just, and then one of them runs to the room. They go, dude, Forrest got hit. And then I was like, Forrest, like my best friend. I told you that earlier. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm so drunk right now. My buddy got hit. I'm like, bleh. I'm like, who hit him? I'm like, Trevor. And I was like, Trevor's our other friend. Why did Trevor hit him? Well, apparently, while I was drunk, they had seen the guys that beat up one of our other friends 2 days prior. They jumped him.
Oh God.
And so my friends with a bigger group now saw those like 2 dudes, right?
Yeah.
So then I think it was Brandon, and then Trevor get into an argument about which one of them are going to beat up the dudes, right? They get into an argument where they get into a fight.
each
And Forrest is like, dude, y'all chill out. Trevor tries to punch Brandon and punches Forrest right in the fucking face.
This is a movie script. What the fuck?
So then Forrest picks up Trevor, slams him. Forrest had his lip, he had to get his lip sewed up because his tooth went through his lip.
Busted lip.
And that was Jaeger. So when I worked at Henry's in Tuscaloosa and Brookwood, they had simple green cleaning supplies, which smells just like Jaeger.
Yeah.
And I remember after that, when I went back and I sprayed that first table, I almost vomited because I was like, it brought back that smell.
Yes.
Because that was like such like an awful, like that was just, I mean, that was an hangover that to this day I was out of commission for 2 days.
And that was
And then
young.
one of the beds was gone too, because now I had to go to the store and like clean this whole fucking bed up
Right.
trying to get our deposit back, And so Jaeger was the one for a while. Now I could do it now and it's fine, but
Yeah.
whew, no bueno.
That was like very similar for me with vodka. I still can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink really that much ever anymore. I just don't. But like, in college, I was the same way. I like wouldn't drink until I did. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm drinking tonight, let's go. But it was seriously like a couple times a semester I would do that. And the rest of the time I was like, no.
Yeah.
And so at UT, it's like really big to do the Red River rivalry, which is UT versus OU. You meet in Dallas, you play at the Cotton Bowl, and the Texas State Fair's happening too. So all the fraternities at both of the schools will bring dates, and everyone gets hotel rooms, and it's fucking the frat takes over the hotel room and with all their girls and whatever. And I was in a sorority and I was a sweetheart for a fraternity. And so I just went with one of my guy friends my junior year. And we get there and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Evan. Like, I'm going to drink with y'all tonight. He was like, fuck yeah. You know, we had just lost. I was like, let's go. So we got that mango pineapple Svedka vodka that doesn't even taste like vodka. It just tastes like the fruit. And me being fucking annoying, the way I was mixing it was with water, and I would throw one of those Noon electrolyte tablets in there. So I was like, I'm drinking mostly water, but I'm getting drunk.
Yeah.
You know? And so I probably had, for someone who doesn't drink, I probably had like between a third and half of that bottle.
Yeah.
And then blacked out. And the only 2 times I blacked in were one when Evan and another guy in the fraternity had me by each arm, bringing me out of the bar tab to the bus, and I just vomited. And then I blacked back in as Evan was like laying me down on my bed and turning my head to the side to make sure I'd be okay. And all I heard was him saying like, no, I think she'll be okay. And then the next morning I woke up and I was just getting sick until we had to get on the bus. And I was like, hey, what did you say last night? He goes, oh, someone asked if you wanted In-N-Out. And I was like, I think she's good. And then we get on the bus and he makes me sit in the back because I'm still getting sick. So I'm like running into the bathroom.
And you're sweating.
And you're sweating. And then we stop in Temple on the way back from Dallas. And it's 3:00 at this point. I still haven't eaten. I'm finally done puking, we hope. And Evan's like, dude, you got to eat something. I was like, just get me some fries. And so I go into the bathroom in the Whataburger and I'm like, trying to rinse my face and just like whatever. And there's no soap left. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to use this hand sanitizer really fast. Squirt the hand sanitizer because it smells like the alcohol again.
Yeah.
So it was so bad. And I still like any vodka.
That's the worst when you're driving back too, because you're driving back. It's hot. You're around other people, and you just want to be alone. You want it to go away, and you're like, "I'm never gonna drink again." And then you fucking do it. Like, it's like I drink. I used to drink so ridiculously much, and because I just worked the road a lot.
Are you Irish?
No, I don't even know what I am, dude.
I'm just asking because, like I said, I don't drink a lot, but when I do, my tolerance is terrifyingly high.
Yeah.
Like I'll drink I used to do Shitface Shakespeare, where we would do a Shakespeare play, but we'd get one of the actors drunk for the show, and then you're allowed to essentially fuck it up, and then the other actors have to fix it. And whenever it was so fun. Whenever I was the drunk, I would drink a third to a half a thing of whiskey, like a 750, but still it's a decent amount for a woman, and like and I wasn't drinking outside of that. So
the Irish people can. My tolerance honestly came from Redneck Island because I had really never drank before I got in the show. Like I drank partially and stuff, and but I really wasn't a big drinker. And then on that show, you have to drink. They only put out alcohol.
Yeah.
So there's only alcohol out at certain times, and then other times it's Red Bull to get you jacked up. So you're on no sleep schedule. Yeah. They're waking you up every day at 7 to film. You're not allowed to go to bed till like 2.
Oh, geez.
You're drinking like crazy, and so they told us the first 2 hours of that show, every 10 minutes we went through a case of beer.
Oh my god!
So we were just like drinking like crazy, and then when I got off that show, I worked the road a lot, doing comedy, and I would just drink for free because that's how they pay you because they don't give you any money. And I just built this tolerance where, like, I would just drink an insane amount. Like, my girlfriend, the first time she ever met me when we were at the cruise ship, I didn't know you could drink on there. I thought it was, like, not that the entertainers couldn't drink. She goes, no, you're good. And so finally, like, the 5th day, I was like, are you, Kim, for real? And she goes, yeah. And I go, all right, I'll get 3 Coronas. She goes, I'm good. And I was like, well, they're not for you. And I got 3, and I literally just turned them up and turned up 3 Coronas. And then she, like, was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And then she saw, like, later on, she's like, I don't know how. But then what's crazy is wine gets your boy every time.
Dude.
Wine. I repeated a joke at the Comedy Cellar, which is like the place you don't fuck around at. And I repeated a joke and had no idea. I can drink moonshine all night. I can drink whiskey and tequila and be fine. Wine's the worst.
It's got to be the sugar or something, right?
Yeah, it's this fucking shit right here.
Yeah, the sugar just like this. The fucking 2 glasses of wine and I'm fucked up and I'm like annoying as shit. And
Yeah.
I just cannot.
Oh, dude, I'll get like, it's so funny because
drink whiskey all night and I'm fine.
I drank 150 Forester, I think it's called. It's like this really, high, really high, bourbon or whiskey or whatever it is. But Old Forester is what it's called. No problem. And then you give me wine, and it's like I drink a couple of glasses, I get really confrontational.
Ooh.
Like I get really like aggressive. I think I'm
Oh.
right, you're wrong, and I'll fucking prove it to you by fucking punching you in the face.
See, I feel like most people get like too just flirty when they're wine drunk or
No.
like too just like giggly.
No, I'm a weird drunk too, because it's like I'm also like I like to like I'm like very touchy anyways.
Yeah.
Like I'm very touchy with people, and like especially dudes. Like I see a big dude, I just want to fucking grab him. I just want to be like, "What's up, dude?" I just want to grab him. I want to fucking squeeze their neck.
Fucking
and
let me
just,
give you a
"Come
hug
here,
like a man,
motherfucker,
bro.
you pussy," and I'll just start shoving people. And so I met Randy Couture one time in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was like I'm a huge UFC fan. He was like one of the first champions of the UFC. That was like a grappler. It's a big fan of him. I meet him. I'm like, I'm like, dude, fucking Randy. So he's like, dude, we got a party up here. So I came and drink with him. He goes, you want to come back to the house and drink? I was like, fuck yeah, I do, Randy Couture. We get in the car. I'm asking him about fights, which he does not care about because he has forgotten about that part of his life.
Yeah.
And he's actually a very chill dude. So we get back to his house. There's the guy that was on like some Discovery Channel show called Horny Mike. He's on like a show like Rebuilding Cars or whatever.
Horny Mike.
Yeah, because
Gary loves it.
He would wear like hats with horns on them or whatever. And so I just picked this dude up and just fucking slammed him in the house.
Oh my god.
And then Randy's just like, "Calm down, Tiger." And I was like, "I'm just showing you a move you used to do, dude. You used to do these moves. I'm a big fan of the way you do moves." And I'm just like grappling. I tried to like touch Randy a couple times. Like, get the fuck away from me. And so like I'm just blackout drunk, just rubbing up on dudes and shit. And so Randy is like, she's my girlfriend's scarf because I love your scarf. Do you guys want to see my scarf collection? He shows us all of his scarves.
Scarf collection.
There's like 60 scarves that are like floral and shit.
The fact that he calls them the scarf
And then like he
collection.
like writes poetry too.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what is going on?
I'm just trying to wrestle with you, bro.
I'm a drunk dude. I want to fucking squeeze my hand real hard, pussy. Like, then you make like, I met like Frank Mir and those guys were the same way. I don't even know how we drink, but Frank doesn't drink. But Frank Mir is like the nicest guy in the world. He's a legit killer. And it's like, it's so weird. When I get drunk, though, like, I just want to fucking rub on dudes, like, in a non-sexual way. Maybe a little bit sexual, because I've had a couple guys grab me real tough, and I'm like, I fucking like it. But I want to be slapped.
Like, I'm down to clown. Let's do it.
Yeah, but when I, like, wine don't get me where I'm shoving motherfuckers around. Like, I'll shove somebody around, and then, like, it gets weird, because some people don't like that,
Yeah.
And then they get mad, and I'm then it's just not a good combination altogether.
Yeah.
I do love wine. I like wine. Though.
It's tasty.
It's tasty as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, Shawnee. Sorry to interrupt.
Shawnee.
Shawnee. Like a melody in my head.
Is my shit flowing?
I know, that's what I want to check on because my little roller thing is kind of not working.
How does
I
it
don't
go
think.
up? I want to fucking make my heart explode.
Just push it. Yeah, just roll it up. Oh, there
No,
she
here
is.
she
Yeah,
is.
can you just check on our things? Because I feel like they're dripping kind of slow and I don't really know how to fix it.
Shawnee, I'm trying to get fucked up, girl.
Fuck me up on these vitamins.
Shawnee, is that your wedding ring? Girl, does he own fucking Texas? Good Lord.
You're
Needs to
so,
be
that's what it
higher?
is.
Dude,
Yeah.
I need to be higher right now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Look at that ring. Don't show my girlfriend because
You're
she
setting
will
the
never
standard
in
for
her
Rocky
life
too high.
get anything like that.
Rocky, thank you. Rocky, how
What's-
long have you, I want to know how you met this girl and how long have y'all been together the way you talk about her.
Look at it. It's is that triple band?
Triple band.
Oh my God. I get it, dude. You can't hide money. Shit. What is this liquid gold you're pouring in me right now?
24 karat.
I met my girlfriend. I met her on a
Yeah.
cruise ship. We've
Okay,
been
so
together 4 years.
Nice.
And she's a dancer, a tango and salsa.
Oh, shit.
And we met on a cruise ship in 2017.
Was she working on the cruise ship?
Yeah, she was on the cruise ship working. I was the entertainer comedian coming on. It was literally the lowest time. Like, that's what I give her credit for, is like she met me when things could not have been worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just got dropped off a tour.
Ooh.
I was in I was in $4,000 in credit card debt at that point from being dropped off the tour. I had sold everything I owned. I was trying to work cruise ships to make any kind of money.
And have a
I was
place to
so broke
live.
on a cruise ship. I could not bring money on the cruise ship to buy like anything. I had zero money.
So when you get a cruise ship job like that, though, like they are paying you, right? And you get
You
free
do.
room and board.
So you get free room, and you're in the guest cabin. It's a shitty
Yeah.
little cabin. It's like fucking 8x8 room.
Yeah.
The bathrooms suck in there. It's like a little small stall, legit like 2x2.
Like Europe shit,
Yeah.
too. They just
So
crammed it in there.
you're on there, and they pay you, and so this one paid like $1,200 for the week,
Okay.
which is fine.
Yeah.
However, I had a fucked up cruise ship agent that I
Mm,
think she was spending money before it was coming in,
gotcha.
and so she would hold your money.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my check from that from like 4 weeks later. So that was the big issue.
Yeah.
And I was so insanely broke. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like when I got off, I could not eat when I got off the cruise ship. I didn't have
Yeah.
any money to eat. And so it was like awful. But I met her on that. I met my girlfriend on that, and we talked for a bit after I got off the ship. And then she hoard around a little bit and finally settled it down, with the Cracker Jack. So my girlfriend had never dated a white guy since high
shit.
school. So she had, got the full buffet experience, settled on a Cracker Jack, and now she's here, and she hates America. Not a big fan.
Where's she
And
from?
She's from America, from Detroit.
Oh,
But
she hates America.
she does not. She hates America. She's so fucking stupid. It makes me I love her to death, but she's an idiot. She's the dumbest person I've ever met in my life. She didn't know Reba McEntire was.
What?
Which she took me to see because I took her to see Celine Dion. Which, by the way, fucking skip it. Okay, it's like a fucking dying dog being punctured in the neck. It's all here now far away.
Damn. Reba's the total opposite, though. That woman fucking slays it on stage.
Reba's
still.
a bad bitch, dude. I mean, she's
So
a
does
little,
Shania.
she's a little thick now, but we don't talk about that. But so Laura takes me to see Brooks and Dunn's. I took her to see Reba, and which, by the way, so we're walking in. So Brooks and Dunn's one of the best country bands of all time, if not the best
Man,
duo ever.
I wish I had gotten to see them.
So they're amazing.
Yeah.
They died last week.
They died,
No,
yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
They just broke up.
No, Reba. So she goes, okay, so who's Reba? And I was like, what? She goes, it says Reba. And I go, Reba McEntire? She's like, no, I think it's Reba. And I was like, no, it's Reba.
Definitely.
I was like, you don't know who that is? She goes, no. And I was like, lights went out in Georgia, fancy. No idea. I was like, the TV show, nothing. She goes, I think she's not that well known. And I was like, you're the dumbest person that's
You've
ever
never
lived
been to
in
the
this earth.
South.
She goes, I guarantee you more people know the song A Girl from Ipanema than they know Reba. And I was like, I don't even know what you just
song
said.
is that?
And she played the song, and I'm like, no one fucking knows that song. And so she posted, and she posted to her family. She goes, do y'all know who Reba is? They go, yeah, everyone knows who that is. You anti-American bitch. Like, she's so annoying with the way she talks about things. Like, and then she goes, do you know that soccer has more fans than football? And I'm like, I don't fucking care because it's not fun to watch. Like, she is so annoying with, she's just anti-American.
Where does she want to live?
She realistically wants to live in Bali.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way,
is what every influencer says.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She just, because I'll be sitting there and we'll be just looking at the sun, and she's like, the sun in Bali is like so much brighter though. Like, it's bright, but like it's not hot. But like it's in Bali. Like, if we were in Bali right now, I was like, well, we're not in Bali right now.
The sun's actually closer to the earth in Bali, so that's why it's brighter.
Dude, it's just like, oh my God, in Bali, it's like so cheap to eat. And I was like, she's like, in Bali? Oh my God, like, it's just, I feel like the kinetic energies in Bali are the best. And it's so fucking, she's just like, wherever she goes is the best place. Like, when she used to live in Chicago, like, then we were in, like, because in Chicago, she used to live in, like, Pilsen, which is, like, this, like, Mexican neighborhood, where she lived with gangs that would just kill people throughout the night.
And it's the best.
Yeah, I would wake up to hearing gunshots, like, almost every night we lived there.
The sweet music of the town.
And then she's like, we were in, like, Vegas. It's, oh, my God, in Pelson. It's like the mollete, which is like a Spanish dash. It's like so much better hair. Like it's just we just don't have that and like hers. But I'm like Pelson. But honestly, like in Bali, like I just felt like I found who I was. Like she's eat, pray, love as a fucking person, and it is so annoying.
That's all of the yoga influencers in this town.
Oh,
That's
and
why
then
I'm dying.
So we did yoga together, and then like we would do it, and she like my girlfriend she thinks things, but she has no idea what she thinks. Like she goes, oh wow, like I feel like when you lost all that weight, like doing yoga, you really connect. You were like so much nicer, and I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was the same person. She goes. What now? Like I can definitely like see a difference in like who you were because you connected to your chakra.
Your chakra.
She took me to see a fucking shaman.
You made it 3 syllables. You said chakra.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, though. Is what it is. We went to see a shaman in Sedona. We got in Sedona, and she said, "Oh my god, it's so pretty."
Did you do drugs with the shaman in Sedona?
No, we went to his fucking we went to his garage, and we pulled up
Sacred garage.
He pulled up on an app, our fucking our
human design or
the
something.
whatever this thing, the star thing.
Astrology.
So he pulled it up and he's telling her he threw me under the bus. He's a fucking dick. He pulls up hers. He's like, so I can see you're like a very outgoing person and you're caring. Yeah. She's like, yes, I am. I'm so caring. And she's like, I can see like you really work for things and sometimes anxiety gets you. She goes, yes, anxiety does get me, but I somehow power through. I don't know how the fuck I do it. It's almost like I have someone financially backing me. So she's fucking being dumb. 35 minutes she does this shit. He gets in her face. He fucking waves some sage around, punches her in the face. Like he like slaps her and he's like, think about your worst fear. And she's like, my worst fear is just, I just hate how perfect I am, or whatever the fuck she said. She's like, I have a weird dream where I'm in the desert and there's a girl with a red dress. And I'm like, that's Game of Thrones, dumbass. Like, fuck you talking about? So so then he goes like, do you want to have your shit read? And I was like, sure. Do you just, did you download the app? Fucking, is it like a fucking ad now, And so he sits down with Mom, pulls up my shit. He goes, yeah, so you're pretty strong-willed, huh? And I was like, yep. He goes, you don't take direction very well. I was like, don't. And he goes, I don't know what that,
You can't read your chart.
Fucking 20 minutes of him just staring. He goes, I don't know. Ooh. and then like my girlfriend's like, what does it say? And he's like, I don't know why that, because that's, ooh. He goes, are you guys together still? And now my girlfriend's like,
still?
Yeah. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he goes, you have Juno. He goes, you don't see Juno a lot. She's a star, and you have Juno twice on your equator moon following, your water. Ooh, that's not. All right, so let's get you cleansed. And I was like,
you have demons in your star chart, bro.
I knew it was going to fucking happen. So I stand up, he punches me in the fucking face. Like, what's your biggest fear? And I was like, my ego or something. I tried to be, whatever. And I shouldn't have said that because, of course, she used that against me. So we go outside. And she's like, looks like you couldn't read your chart. Wonder what's going on. Who's fucking Juno? And then she's like looking up like Juno the star, and apparently like Juno's like a betrayal or something like that. I'm like, yeah, bitch, maybe you're fucking Juno, And then she's like, yeah, your ego is bad. Like even you admitted it today. Like you, and I was like, this guy is the worst fucking person.
I'm shocked that y'all are still together.
Yeah, and then this dumbass, she fucking takes me. She wants to go hiking, which is fucking stupid. Because I always tell her like, here's the thing with my girlfriend is like we have nothing in common, and there's no way we're ever gonna make it. That's just 100% true. There's just no way. We're so like I hate her.
I'm gonna
so
cut
much.
all of these clips out. These are gonna be my promo clips for this episode.
I love her. Like I love her so much, but I fucking she is just because the thing is like we do not have anything in common.
How is it like you eat together? That's what you were saying before the podcast.
We eat and we love watching shows together. And then, like, my girlfriend is, like, she is, like, spiritual and, like, she wants to. And also, when we do stuff, like, I have to be overly excited to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm, like, half there, she's fucking mad.
She's upset, yeah.
And, like, I like to smoke cigars,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And she likes to go hiking and she likes to see shamans, and she likes to get her palms read. She likes to go to Bali and drink cat piss coffee. We have nothing in common. I hate her so much. I love her, but
That's
she's the
so
fucking
funny.
worst.
No,
So we're in
that's so
Sedona
funny.
still. So I told her I would give her one thing. I
Yeah.
give her like, oh, this is your day, so you get to do what you want. And so I give her one day. So we do that. Then we go someplace and eat. And we're sitting there, and she goes, let's go on a hike. And I was like, don't want to fuck. Okay, yeah, look, where do you want to go? And she's like, well, you obviously don't want to go, so I don't even want to go now. And I was like, fuck, just tell me the fuck I want to go, dude. Like, it's just tell me where you fucking want to go, you dumbass. Like, so she looks, the first place is called like the Devil's Ditch. That's like the name of, I was like,
She's for sure gonna kill you.
We're not gonna go there.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this airport Mesa has like this beautiful, like, panoramic view of the fucking town.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's like, this is like a short one, right? And so I literally drink like 4 shots of tequila, a margarita, and 2 beers, right? Because also she eats slow as fuck, which is why she says, because she doesn't barely eats, but she eats slow. So when she's full, she's full. I eat insanely fast.
Yeah.
And so now when she's done eating, I just start ordering shit. And like she had like this much of her beer left. I ordered another beer and finished before she was done. She's a dumb ass. And so we go to airport Mesa. I'm fucking fucked up. And we drive up down to the bottom. She wants to illegally park the car because she does not respect rules. And I was like, no, we're driving to the top. So we drive to the top, we park, and we ask the guy. We go, where's the best view? He goes, best view, go down the mountain, 0.2 to your left. That's the best view. So we walk 0.6 miles down this rocky mountain.
Yeah.
Like we had to watch every step.
Right.
It's hot. It's Arizona.
Yeah.
Walk down. We see the mountain where everyone is.
Right.
And then she's like, I think it's this way. And I was like, it's not this way. This is not the way.
That's the right. You're pointing.
I was like, it's right there. And then I knew, I was like, no, I'm not gonna say, because I was like, right now, if I go against this, I'm gonna ruin this trip. And I was like, sounds good. I have a cigar in my mouth when we're doing this. We hike, start going. We're hiking. I'm slowing down because you walk slow. Hiking. We get to one point where we have walked and we can't see the old mountain we're at anymore. I think it's just a little bit further. People are coming by us with like fucking hiking sticks and water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did they have that and I have a fucking cigar?
Right.
Like, why did they have that? I'm not prepared for what's going on right now. And we walk, and then we get to points where it's like X's on like the path, like there are multiple paths.
Oh shit.
And like we're like, I'm freaking out now, right?
Yeah.
Because my phone's about to die. Her phone is dead.
How are we gonna get back?
A dude runs by, and we're like, she asks, she goes, hey, are we on the right path towards the airport Mesa? And he goes, I've been up since 7 a.m. 3 days ago. I don't know. And keeps running. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. And so then we're like, freaked out. And so we walk past another person, and we're like, hey, are we on the right airport path? And they're like, that way we just came from is really tough, so I wouldn't go that way. The way we're headed.
Yeah.
We've now walked at this point, like, probably like 3 miles.
Yeah.
And then we're like, do we walk back? And now it's getting dark. And so we don't know what to do. So we just keep walking. And I'm not giving her any lip. She's asking me for opinion. I'm like, no opinions. This is your fucking thing. We're walking, and the sun is going to go down in 15 fucking minutes. And I am starting to get a little worried because I'm like, I don't know where we are. And now it's and we passed a trail thing one time, but we didn't know what trail we were on. And it showed the different levels of trail that just walks you through Arizona. And the Devil's Branch was on one of them.
Bridge,
I'm like, we're fucking walking there, dude.
Yeah.
We finally walked to a certain point where we see, like, I see the cars, like, because we literally hiked all the way around the mountain. Okay. And by the way, I hiked literally, it was 5 miles.
I know the area you're talking about because that's windy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's over rocks.
Yeah.
So we hiked 5 miles and we go down and we get there and we're standing there and she goes, oh, I guess it was like that. That's the place we should have gone. So we hike up that, 0.2, go up there where everyone is. You know, everyone's there. Take a little fucking couple photos, Of course, she posts the one on Instagram without me. And we're walking back. We walk up the 0.6 miles again. We hiked about 6 miles in total that day, which is far too long to hike. We get back in the car, and I said, you see that the sun was setting? And she's like, that's pretty. And I was like, it is pretty. I was like, that's the sun setting on your day. Your day is now fucking over. It's my time now.
It's my time.
I was like, don't talk to me for the next 3 hours while we fucking drive.
Oh my God.
You leave me alone. This was the worst day of my life. I had a shaman punch me in the fucking face, tell me I'm the devil. Now you're on his side. And then this bitch, I swear to God, this bitch goes, she goes, I can see Juno's coming out again. I was like, I will fucking swing on you right now.
KO.
And now she keeps saying, now anytime she goes, Juno's back out again, and it makes me so mad. It makes me mad to the point where I'm like, I do have Juno in me because it makes me, when she says Juno, I'm like, Juno, you bitch, you're gonna die. Like
That's the opposite of a safe word. That's your trigger word.
It makes me so mad because now she's just like, I see Juno's got her sassy pants on today. And it makes me so incredibly mad because she thinks this fucking guy in this garage has some kind of magical power to literally, and by the way, she paid like $120. And I was like, that's ridiculous.
Easy.
And then she's like, do you want to go back and do the sweat where he has like a sweat tent? And like he has like a sweat tent behind.
Oh, like for detox or some shit?
Yeah, I don't know. No, to fucking rip people off. And so, she's like, do you want to go back and do it? She's like, will you go back and do it? And I said no. And then a couple days later, she goes, hey, when are we going back to Arizona? Because you said you wanted to do the sweat tent. I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, yeah, you did. And I was like, I didn't. She goes, do you have any proof? And I was like,
I wasn't recording.
I can see Juno's right now. And I'm like, fucking again, dude. That was the worst day of my life. That was just such a fucking awful day.
Jeez, that's so funny. It's funny that you say like she's like that because my boyfriend is way more into like meditation and like all that shit too.
Meditation,
and I always like I do some of the stuff like I like doing Wim Hof breathing in the morning. It helps wake you up, like it gets you energized, whatever. Like meditation, it's good. I just can't get myself to do it most of the time.
No,
but like it's just so funny because it's the same thing. He'll be like talking to me about some shit that he's learning about like human design or astrology, and I'm like, yeah, that's great, that's cool. Like I just told dick jokes on stage.
Yep.
And that's kind of that's the balance there.
She wants to live in Bali, and I'm just like, I'll never live there.
Yeah.
And she's like, isn't this crazy? Like how like cheap the food is and how this is and all, and it's just, Bali is at a point in Earth where all the energies meet, and it resets you. She's like, I just feel like if I get back there, I can like reset my life. And I'm just like, I want you to go back there and never come back.
Please just stay there.
Just stay there. Because she just fucking kills me with like, because she is healthy. She's a healthy motherfucker. I mean, she's healthy as shit. And so, props to her on that. But like the meditation stuff, all the shit she wants, like she wants to go to an actual palm reader with me.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm not doing that at all.
You're just scared they're gonna keep telling you guys how incompatible you are and giving you more Junos.
The dude did it on purpose.
He wanted to probably fuck her. You know?
And she also was like, I was like, yeah, dude, he's trying to fucking hit on you. She goes, no, he wasn't. I go, Laura, we were in his garage. Like it's like I don't even think he knew I was coming.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh, that was Dick's here. Let's fuck this guy over.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh, because also when we left, he was saying that to beat your chest cleanses it
cleanses certain energies supposedly.
And then he goes, so while we're leaving, he grabbed her and he goes, be strong. And and I'm like, what the fuck you I'm not gonna beat her in the car.
He was for sure trying to get her to come back later.
I wanted to fucking hit her. Like I was like, I would die. Now we left and she goes, wow. She's like, I feel like you're madder now than when you went. And I was like, I am, because that was ridiculous. Like if it would have been like a real like shaman, like it's that homeboy like has a Twitter.
Yeah.
Like he has a fucking podcast.
This guy's a YouTube influencer.
And also
for sure.
he's a fucking like really like heavy on aliens and shit and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know what we're doing here. And so she just is in, and she's so deep in all that shit.
Yeah.
And then like, it's
Mercury's in retrograde, so I'm just feeling really off right now.
Oh, that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
She goes, Mercury, and she posted it like, she's like, oh, she showed me this video, and it was like this person, they said, like, they're like, woke up this morning on my period, Mercury's in retrograde. And she's like, oh.
What a good meme.
She goes, isn't this so fucking funny? And I was like, no, it's not. I'm a comedian. I'm funny. That's not fucking funny. What we find funny too is like, it is so like I remember one time she showed me this like YouTuber doing this like stupid fucking dress up girl thing, and she was crying laughing at it. And I've watched her watch my set and not crack a fucking smile. And I was like, I don't think we're meant to be together. Like, I just don't. We have nothing. Just the only thing we have for each other is that we mutually hate each other. Like we have and we love our cats. But also she talks
The
shit to
kids
my
will keep
cats
you
about me.
together.
Though. She talks to my cats, and she calls me the big bad wolf to my cats.
You're the big bad
I'm
wolf.
the big bad wolf because one cat we have, Peppy's a dumb bitch, and Peppy's just stupid. She has like Down syndrome or something. I don't know what she has, but Peppy's just like a dumb cat, and it's well known, and we love her to death. But like, she don't scratch her litter, she don't do nothing. She just fucking claws the walls after she shits.
Oh.
She's just like a dumb cat. She
Yeah.
walks in the walls. She don't know where she's at a lot of times. She's a little but I love the little girl. She's
Yeah.
amazing. But like Laura, like when Peppy like runs from me or whatever, she goes, "Yeah, the big bad wolf's here, everyone." And like when I go to leave, she's like, "Yeah, he's leaving us again." And I'm like, "Hey, stop guilt tripping my fucking cats right now." She's not innocent in this. She does like, I don't know, dude. Like I think she's my Juno.
She's your Juno.
She's my Juno.
Yeah. Or maybe you had a Juno and then the second Juno in your chart was her when she came into your life.
Maybe that's it.
Aggravating your Juno.
Yeah. Do you believe in that stuff? Do you like the astrology?
I like to learn about it. It's interesting to me. Like,
it seems like you can just bullshit the whole thing.
yeah, that's my problem with it is like a lot of like the horoscopes that you Google, they kind of are bullshitting because they're so vague. Anyone could read any horoscope and be like, oh my God, that's me. That totally relates to my life
You
right
had
now.
a bad year last year, right? And she goes, yeah, it was very tough.
It was
fucking Corona.
Coronavirus.
No one had a good year. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He goes, wow, you have two nipples, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Your chart's showing you have two. Like, yeah, you fucking idiot. It was an app. And by the way, it was like a Microsoft app, like an old, like a Paint. Like it pulled up with like the little shit. And it was like so stupid.
Yeah.
And she's like, he can read it. I'm like, no, he can bullshit.
Oh
I'm like,
my
and I
gosh.
literally like fucked with it. I go, hey, oh yeah, I'm looking. So right there you have the circle, which is the star close to the sun. So it's the hottest. That means that you enjoy heat, right? You enjoy the sun. And it's like, he just fucking did that and charged us money.
Yeah.
And then he punched us in the face and he waved some fucking sage. Like, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I just think Juno's here right now.
Oh my God.
Juno, be gone.
She's waving sage in your
She
face.
saged me one time and it just made me upset.
Oh God. Yeah. I like certain things. Like I do like sage. I like the smell of it. Like I'll use it. I'll use it as like an incense instead of lighting a candle or something. Because it is like, from the science perspective, it is proven to clear like microbes and shit in the air. It cleanses the air. That's why they use it. But yeah, I like learning about all the woo woo shit from people, especially like my boyfriend's way into it. And like there's certain times where I'm like, oh yeah, like I can see how that makes sense. Or there's definitely like I have memories. This is gonna sound super woo woo. I have memories as a kid of seeing like entities and shit.
Yeah.
And like literally arguing with my mom, like, hey, who's that lady over there? And she'd be like, there's no one over there. And I'd be like, fighting with her for like 5 minutes. Being like describing the person to her, and there's just no one else in the house. It's just me and my mom.
Yeah.
So like I'm very interested in a lot of that stuff, but I'm not interested in a lot of the people in that crew.
Yeah.
Because it's like it does get to the point where it's like, okay, I don't actually know if any of this stuff is things you're actually experiencing, or it's just you're so committed to this that you're like, oh yeah, I can really sense your aura is feeling green right now. Let's tap into that. Like, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. You know?
I have anger issues, like really bad. And I mean, if you guys couldn't tell before,
Our producers are laughing. Gary is laughing.
I have anger issues, and I've worked on them, And but during the the yoga thing, it was a bunch of like sweating and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, it is meditation shit. And so I had the motivation to forgive some people.
Yeah.
That have fucked me over.
Yeah.
Because I held hate for them in my life. And so I sent this long text message to this Facebook comic that fucked me over a long time ago. And I expressed how I felt. I was like, hey man, this is why I hate you. This is why I don't like you. And but I want to let it go.
Right.
And here's some things I could have done differently. Here's some things I could have handled differently. And I don't have any hate for you anymore. I want to let that out of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent that to him, and he texted me back, you can go fuck yourself. And I was like, I hope you die tomorrow. I hope you get murdered in a fucking alley. And I hope I was going to send one to my father, too, and I was like, nah, I'm fucking done with this. I'm done with fucking this. No, fuck everybody.
Dad knows where I live.
Fuck
I can't
everyone.
do this
Fuck
one.
this motherfucker. It's like, that's the thing with like astrology and like caring about the next like generation. No, I'm not caring about any of them. I'm going to my house and pouring out gasoline.
I'm pillaging this earth while I'm here.
I'm here. I'm using fucking sodium iodide fucking batteries or whatever it is. I don't give a shit. I'm never getting an electric vehicle. I'm going to burn fucking raw fuel,
Coal in the backyard.
spraying hairspray outside every day for at least an hour. I'm done. I'm selfish. I don't care about anyone else. I'm so sick of fucking people. And that's like, wow, you need to be connected and care about the next person. No, you don't. Fuck everyone that exists. And that's my mantra for life. And that motherfucking Facebook comic, I swear to God, I'll kill him.
That's
I'll
so
fucking
shitty.
murder him.
Because that took some balls for you to be like, yo, dude, like, I've been pissed for a long time.
He fucked me over.
And then you came forward and
And
were
then
like,
he
here's
had
how
the
I
nerve.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what always like upsets me. Like, I've realized this. I am so self-conscious of if someone's mad at me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand it. It drives me insane. But I've also been on the end of just being like so upset with someone and like it's so fucking hard to forgive them, even if you're mad at them for good reason, right?
Yeah.
Like they truly fucked you over. But like, I realized like, since I know what it's like to be both the person super pissed and the person who's the target, it just is so much wasted energy. You know, like I think it would be wasted energy. Okay, both of you and Gary, both are just
I think it's energy well placed. I think it's the best energy I'm putting in my day. Because you got to think about this. I could either put a bunch of energy on wishing death for this person, or I can go sit in that guy's garage
and
where
get your
he
face
fucking
punched.
puts sage on me and, bangs a fucking drum in my face and tells me all my energy is cleansed now. And it's like, no, now you're just on my list of people I don't fucking like. Like, that's what, you did nothing. You made me matter. That drum fucking pumped me up to hit you. Like, I
there
want
a
to
middle
fucking
ground?
hit you. Let me cleanse you, motherfucker. Like, I think hating people is the best thing on this earth. It makes me, like, my girlfriend, we are the happiest, like, when I hate someone else. Like, when the hate...
when the hate is misdirected, not on her.
Like, it's like somebody cuts me off in traffic. It's like, and I hate them. And I get home and I'm like, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, it really makes me realize the people I love by how much people fucking suck. Like, go on Facebook and look at, like, I posted a video one time about Coke, or I posted a status. Coke said, be less white to one of their employees, right?
Yeah.
Which no one gives a fuck. I don't care what they say.
Right.
And everyone goes like, well, what if they would have said, be less black? I'm like, I still wouldn't give a fuck. I don't care if Coke endorses the Nazis. I'm not going to stop drinking it. I think Coke is unbelievable. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
And so the stats I posted, I said, Coke said, be less white. I said, the CEO of Coke could murder my mother with a knife, and I still wouldn't drink Pepsi, which is just how I feel.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, wow, unfollow. Can't believe you made this political.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, you're so fucking stupid, you dumb fucking cunt. And then this one guy hits me up, and he's like, you fucking libtard or whatever. And it's like, I don't even, like, and he's like, starts like messaging me. He's like, go donate. And then like, he was like, pretty much like part of the Klan. He was a real wild one. But it's that people are so, and then like, I post a status, random shit. You can post a picture of a cat and someone's
it's
like,
political.
Bets Biden wants to fuck it. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're so people are so. Somebody posted the other day. I posted a video, an old skit of me. I was delivering DoorDashes. I was like, I was getting a DoorDash job, and I was like smoking cigars in the car, drinking wine, eating fries out of people's bags. And someone goes, "Well, I can't believe you would do this." And it's like, it's not fucking true. You idiot. You're so stupid. People are so, I hate, like, everyone that exists on Earth is like the worst.
The internet's the best for that, though. And someone like you who puts out so much stuff. I just started putting some shit out on TikTok, like when that snowstorm hit.
Yeah.
I made a video like making fun of what different Texas cities were doing during the snowstorm. You know, we got Austin snorting the snow, asking to call their thinkubator for their investment. Like, we've got like one of them like pretending to smoke, but it's just the air, you know, all this shit. And people in the comments went insane because I left their city out, or because they were like, oh, well, that doesn't apply to my city. My city does this. And I was just like, why? Why?
The nerve.
There was nothing political in this.
Like, I had a guy comment. I have a video on Instagram that has, I think, 100,000 likes. The Rock saw it. The Rock liked it. It's this humongous video, and this guy comments, "Not funny." And I was like, I saw it because this random popped up, and I was just so curious. I'm like, I was like, what does that do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you, like? Obviously, people think it's funny,
Right.
and you just
and
comment
then
it
you
not
just left
funny.
the one.
And then I said, thanks, man. I'm glad you liked it. And 'cause I always try to respond to negative comments because hopefully they'll get like a conversation. People argue
Right.
with them, and then like it just generates more comments because I just want more comments.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Hey man, so sorry. I just was messing. I'm a big
fan.
And I was like, I hope your mother slips in the shower tonight. Like it's just that people are so fucking dumb.
That's like 9 times out of 10, someone leaves a hateful comment and you respond to them. That's what they do, though. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, sorry, man. I was just kidding. Like, I'm a big fan. They like
Yeah.
just wanted the attention.
Like I'm so nice, and like I just try to be the nicest person. And then every day, people they just make me realize that everyone needs to die. Like I'm in my garage a couple days ago, and I have my door cracked. I'm watching the UFC fights. They're on the sound. I'm out there chilling. I'm smoking cigars. My car's in the garage, or in the driveway, and I see dogs in my yard.
Yeah.
So I crack my door and I walk out, and there's 2 ladies with their dogs. One of them pissing, looking directly the fuck at me. What's up? You putting some IVs in?
I called her in because your IV is about done.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, man!
Yeah,
dude.
you
That thing
were-
was scooting, huh?
You went fucking balls to the wall with that thing.
Holy
There
shit!
you go. Yeah.
Where'd the Shawnee? Is it Shawnee?
Shawnee, yeah. She probably had to head
Did I have
out.
it too high? Am I okay?
This is Aaron.
Hold on. Oh, okay, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
It's just-
He's going to close his eyes.
Rough girl, Aaron. You gonna hold something? Okay, Aaron. Aaron, you are a fucking woo.
She's tearing the,
Aaron don't give
tearing
a
the tape.
fuck, son. Aaron's like, let me have all the hair off that arm.
Aaron, yeah. What's the new saying?
Aaron
Waxed
just
and
punched me in the face
waxed
with the
and
mic.
vaxxed.
Fucking checked me.
We were gonna say waxed and vaxxed. We can say the IV's a vax. It's not, but close enough. I can stop myself in a little bit too. Yeah.
Do
You
what?
can you leave the gauze here? Oh, did you see that
dude,
toss
that
with
was
my hooked up
unbelievable.
arm? Fuck yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's.
Dude, did you see the rock on Shawnee's arm?
Oh yeah, she was looking at her wedding
She's
ring.
The rock. Hell yeah, he's awesome.
Well, speaking of rocks, I wanted to ask you about that. Are we allowed to talk about the projects you have coming up?
We can't say anything about the other stuff.
Okay.
I can tell you the rock story, but I can't tell you anything we have going on
Yeah.
in that aspect.
Gotcha.
We can it's so crazy that my thing that's the craziest part to me is like when you do comedy, especially when things are going bad. You do comedy and you hope for the best and everything. But you don't really know if you're funny. Like you think you're funny,
Right.
and you do shows and people laugh, and then you're like, yeah, I'm funny. And then you do a bad show and you're like, I'm actually not funny.
Right.
And then you work really hard, you post clips, and it gets 200 views. No one cares about it.
Right.
And then when the rock thing happened where he followed me, that was like the first time where I was like, it was like a real validation.
Yeah.
Where it was like someone that doesn't know me, has no interest in that, like that. I can't
No
do anything
personal
for
interest.
them.
Yeah.
We've never met personally, so it's not just like he's following me to follow me because we met at a bar. It's like he legit was a fan. You know,
Yeah.
he follows 400 people in the world, and I'm one of them.
That's crazy.
That is the most insane. He's the most followed man on earth
Yeah.
by far. It's not even close.
Yeah.
And so that is what the wild part to me was about the whole thing. Because when he followed me, when I found out, I just got blackout drunk, and I made this whole video. I called like 50 people the night I'll tell you the whole story. So I was at a show. Guy came in that I know and told me The Rock follows me. He's like, congrats, man, that's awesome. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been getting a bunch of followers, so I went viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
It led over to Instagram.
Right.
Right. And so I had like 40-something thousand followers. And the guy tells me The Rock followed me. I saw probably a fake account because I see much fake Rock accounts following me.
Yeah.
And then he goes, nah, man, it's for real. And I was like, no, it's not. So then I walk away and I walk back over and he's like, look, it's real. And he shows me The Rock's page and it says following me.
Following.
And I'm like, lost my mind. And I'm like, hold on, let me put my phone. I see it. And I'm like, I go to my followers. I type in The Rock and it's The Rock.
Oh shit.
And so I like I never had a dad growing up. And so the men that I looked up to in my life were dead serious, Stone Cold and The Rock.
Wow.
And so it was this amazing, amazing thing. And I was blown away. And so I got drunk and I got that home. On my way home, I called my mom. I called my sister. I was crying on the phone talking to everyone about how unbelievable
Yeah.
this is. And so I get home and then I'm sitting there and I'm calling people. My girlfriend doesn't understand what it is. She's like, he's the guy from the Fast and Furious
Oh my
movies.
gosh.
And I'm like, and she's like, I think he was in like, but she doesn't even know Vin Diesel. Like
She just-
she knows Vin Diesel as a singer. That's what she knows him as. She's fucking stupid communist. But she just doesn't understand how big, like, and I go, we're gonna make a video. I said, we're gonna make a video. It's like, thank you to The Rock for following me.
Right.
So I had some Terramani at my house already that I drank because I liked it. So get the Terramani out, make this video, and I post it. And she goes, why don't you wait and post it? Like post a new one tomorrow, like one that's where you're not drunk. and
No,
just
drunk is
Tell them
perfect.
like you're thankful. And I go, it's not who I am though. I
Yeah,
was like,
drunk is
this guy
perfect.
followed me off of who I am.
Yeah.
Not a character or not something I'm pretending. This is who I am. I was fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And so then it's crazy, selling tickets everywhere. Followers are moving up. And I'm in Dallas with the Jarrett, my buddy who owns Christoph Cigars. He's like the CFO of Christoph Cigars. And we're sitting in his garage, and I get a bunch of text messages of everyone sending me my video with The Rock. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why everybody's just sending this to me.
Yeah, I made it. I know.
It's like,
yeah.
and then I see it, and it says The Rock posted it. And I was like blown. I was so I grabbed my phone and just threw it at my buddy. And I was like, and he's like, what are you doing? And he looks at my phone and he goes, are you fucking serious? Because we had talked about
Yeah.
what if The Rock saw it
Right.
and what if he shared it, right?
Right.
So he reads it to me, and one of the key lines in it was Rocky Del Davis, remember the name, the world will hear from him one day. Dude, I lost it.
Holy shit.
Fucking absolutely lost it.
That's amazing.
And so so it's just amazing. And so now we're
Have you met him?
No, I haven't. I definitely
Wow.
will meet him.
Yeah.
We're with the same agency now.
Fuck yeah.
William Morris. And so it's try to do some stuff together. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm that's what's funny because I was like telling my agent, I was like, hey, I'll do whatever The Rock wants.
Right.
I was like, if he wants me to put a diamond in my ass and fucking make an OnlyFans, I'll do whatever he wants to do.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'll do, I am the biggest fan of that. And also, he's the most likable guy.
Yeah, that's
on
why
earth.
he's the most followed. He's a
it's just
superhuman
crazy.
who is a nice person.
He's the nicest person in the world. And I've followed him, forever. But that's the crazy thing is, like, you have like a validation,
Yeah.
like someone you respect, and he's changed my whole life, like everything from him posting. I got 10,000 followers that night,
Yeah.
and so now it's this huge thing where it's honestly just amazing, and it's funny to me because that guy doesn't know it was probably like it took 20 seconds out of his life.
To share it.
And it's like a huge thing, though.
Yeah.
And so, but last night, Brandon, Big Laugh, he made a big deal out of something, which I guess it is, but it kind of relates back to The Rock thing. Because for The Rock to repost it took no effort, did
Right.
nothing. It's all good. But like last night, we were at Vulcan, and one of the comics, after the show's over, they go up and perform.
Yeah.
And he went up, and it was like people were walking around, talking, they were leaving.
Right.
And he goes up and does like a 10-minute set.
Right.
And I was like, I asked Brandon, I go, is he why is he doing that?
Right.
He's like, well, he always does. I'm like, he wants to do that? Like, he wants to. I
Yeah.
was like, he's going to fucking make it if he actually wants to go up when it's awful.
Yeah.
And so then I asked Brandon, I was like, hey, is he working on Saturday or Sunday? He goes, he is. He's like, I can get him off though. What's up? I was like, I'm going to take him to Dallas to do my show in Dallas.
Fuck yeah.
And so it's like, then I told him, and he came up and he was like, all blown up. Like, he's like, oh, thank you so much. And it was funny because it's like, that doesn't take anything from me.
Yeah.
My pay doesn't change. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes of my show. That's a huge thing for him.
For him.
And then it's like, but then like the same thing with The Rock. The Rock posting the thing is nothing for him.
Right.
And then it's like really cool trickle down effect.
Yeah.
That's
Pay
what,
it
makes
forward
good. Yeah.
almost.
Yep.
Yeah. Does it feel cool to you that you can start doing things like that for younger
Yeah.
performers?
That's something because I was helped a bunch. And so, like Ralphie May, I lived with Ralphie for a while. And Ralphie changed my life, and again, it was never, a thing of, he never benefited.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the cool thing has been but then you learn oh, someone did that for him.
Yeah.
That's the thing that changes is when you realize oh, we all do
Everyone's-
this for everyone.
Yeah.
'Cause that's like with the thing with Austin now, with all the stuff I have going on, obviously, I can't help Joe Rogan, right?
Right.
I can't help him. But with what I have now, Joe Rogan can help me. So this is the cool thing. I thought about this the other day. So I can't help Joe Rogan technically, right? I can't give him money. I can't give him. There's nothing I can do for him.
Right.
However, Joe Rogan helps me, then I help, Zach. I help
Right.
you. I help all these other people. Then you all do your own shows.
And then we can help
And then we
someone.
build, and then you have this whole scene. And then Joe, we now have more shows. We now
Yeah.
have more people. And so in reality, it doesn't help Joe for helping me or any of us,
Right.
but it does at the same time.
Yeah.
Because then it can reciprocate back to us at the same
Right.
time. It's like you're just helping someone to help them, and then it actually work. Everything comes back.
It's like I mean, I don't like to put it into these terms, but it makes sense to say like a social investment almost.
Yeah.
And you're not even looking at it like that. You're just doing
Yeah.
it because you're nice. But then, 5 years down the line, yeah, that door guy that you were nice to and maybe gave an opening gig to, now
Yeah.
he's booking one of the biggest rooms in town, or he's hosting
Yeah.
a show,
That's a
or
big
he's
thing.
headlining and he wants you to co-headline with him on this tour he just signed,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Like all those old fucks that like were mean to me in comedy, like when I first started. I remember every one of those cocksuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right, bitch, you ain't getting nothing now.
Yeah.
You fucking have fun telling your. Thank God the Michael Jackson thing came back around so you could redo the joke, you fucking hack.
Oh,
It's like all
God.
those dumb idiots that were so rude. I do not to this day understand why these cocksuckers were rude to like young comics.
Well,
But they were, and guess what? Now you're fucking done. Like,
did you
it's like,
start
you're out.
in Tuscaloosa?
I
Yeah.
basically started. I started in Atlanta.
Okay.
That was the scene I started in.
'Cause-
I worked on the road a lot.
Okay.
So I worked with all those old hacks
Yeah.
and haven't wrote a joke in fucking 30 years.
Well,
And they all cheat on their wives.
Well, we're all like, so I mean, you and I we're the same age. I'm 26, you're 28. So
Yeah.
like we're
I am your elder, so call me sir. But yeah.
oh, sorry, sir. So we were we were like, I was thinking about it because I was just listening to I think I was actually listening to Rogan the other day, and he was talking about just the competition aspect of comedy that I don't think the two of us have had to deal with as much because we came up in the podcast era and in
Yeah.
the era of like people understand that you have more opportunities to like just go do comedy than ever before,
Yeah.
and we can take those chances and like be friends about it and support each other about it rather than like, well, there's 5 TV spots and we're fighting for one of them.
I've dealt with it. I've actually dealt with it on a different level. I've dealt with it for sure, actually, because especially with doing TV shows. Thankfully, I've always just I've just been lucky as fuck, and I've pretty much everything I've auditioned for, I've gotten. So I've dealt with it on that end. But you watch. It's funny when someone like if you're a black woman, we're not competing for the same spot.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for you to be like
Yeah.
like a bitch towards me.
Right.
If you're a fucking straight white Southern guy, yeah, dude, we're probably competing for the
Right.
same thing. But then at the same time, it's like the competition aspect, especially with TV shows and comedy clubs in LA, were the absolute worst about it. Comedy clubs in New York were cutthroat as well, but they were more welcoming just simply because of the amount of spots. But LA was ridiculous, like the way the door guys would
Oh,
treat
just
you.
competition to get in and have spots. And
I had a door guy one time at the would not. He was like, let me in the store, and he was a real asshole to me. And then a guy came up and introduced me to him when we
Yeah.
were leaving, and said I was filming a TV show. That guy acted drastically different
different.
towards me after that. He was like, I'm talking night and day. And what's funny is how the people used to treat like the store as well in LA. I don't think it'll be brought here in that way of how they used to work. I know this guy, young comic. I was at Montreal. I was doing New Faces. He was just there hanging out.
yeah.
And he came up, talked me and my girlfriend's fucking ear off for
Right.
3 days straight. Every
Yeah.
time we saw him, he sat beside us and talked.
Yeah.
Every time. So we go to LA. I'm filming a TV show. My girlfriend came with me. So we're there filming, and we're at the store just hanging out one night. And he walks by, and my girlfriend goes, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, and he just kept walking.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you have to recognize this. I mean, my girlfriend's 5'10".
Right.
I'm pretty recognizable in comedy as far as
Yeah.
just simply the fucking how big my fucking head is. And so it's like I was like, oh, this is how you cocksuckers do it out here.
Yeah.
So it's like those people, they die the fuck off, or they die
Yeah.
a miserable death.
Yeah,
And then you look at guys like Rogan, who's helped and then I've talked to tons of people that are like, that guy is the nicest guy in the world.
Right.
Like Bargatze said, he goes, dude, that guy, you're upset when you have to leave because you're like, I want to keep talking to you about a fucking sword or
Right.
a bird's pussy or
He's
whatever.
so
you talk
interested in everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting that you point that out because like I've done this. I've literally only like hung out at the store a lot. And I've
Yeah.
done potluck a few times. I haven't done like shows there.
Yeah.
Right. But it is interesting that the door people are kind of like that. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're fucking
so
assholes.
it's so much easier to get in if you're friends with one of them,
Yeah.
or if your friend that you're with introduces you because they're and then they'll just like, oh yeah, sure, come on in, whatever.
Yeah.
But like they'll kind of give you some shit about your ID or like, do you have a ticket or whatever? And you're like, oh, I'm a comic, and they're just like, oh, everyone's comic here.
They charged me one time there. They and
I've
Ralphie,
definitely snuck in.
Ralphie was
I've definitely snuck into shows.
furious. Oh yeah. So I was there one time, and I told Ralphie I went out there, and he goes, "Oh, it's cool." And I was like, "Yeah, I can't believe they charged me, dude. They charged me for my drinks and my food in the room." And he goes, "What?" Because you tell them who you are, and I was like, "Yeah." And they said, "We don't care."
Oh,
and
God.
I was like, so they fucking paid, and he gave me $60. He goes, "That's fucking ridiculous."
Oh my gosh.
Because he Ralphie's showed his ass a few times for comics that should have been working places and weren't. You know, he was like almost like the principal of comedy at times. Because it's just a weird it's just weird the way and it isn't associated with most of the comics, but the way some of these you do run into the politics, especially in TV shows.
Yeah.
TV shows. Those were when I did Bring the Funny on NBC. That was the worst experience I've ever had in my entire life. They're shitty. They're
Was
just
that
shitty people.
So that was the same experience where you had to clear your social media?
Yeah, same one.
So why was it so bad once you were on the show?
It just across the board, the pay was nothing. They lied about the pay. They had like a clause in the contract that offset this, worded things very weird. So first off was the way they like talk to you, like the way that they like address, like they just talk to you as if like you work for them. Like you're an employee, which is like, hey dude, like none of y'all have talent here. Like, not one person in this room has the most talented person in this room is the motherfucker putting the grips on the fucking, like the guy carrying everything.
The guy loading and unloading the equipment.
Basically the producer, you're the guy that's behind it. That means that you just don't know shit about shit. You can't run that fucking camera. Your dad owns this fucking company. You're a fat fuck. You can't carry anything. And you have the nerve to address me as if you're going to tell me about my set, you fucking stupid cunt.
As if you
and
know.
By the way, I told them one time, they tried to like tell me about a joke. I got it. I do my jokes. I was like, you do fucking nothing.
I wrote my jokes.
So that started, issues off the top right there. They're like, we have a writer that can help, which is hilarious. They hired a writer to help.
After you were already cast on the show.
Yeah, but like for everyone, they hired like a writer. And I'm like, that's so, first off, that should be fucking cheating anyways.
Right.
But it's like, you think this fucking nerd with glasses is going to tell me about my trailer park story? Yeah. So the first time I knew it was going to be bad, we're doing a white box. We're going to be in a white box, or it's going to be a green screen. It's going to be white, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to make it white. And you're going to tell your story upbringing, like your upbringing. And so I had told them I lived in a trailer park, moved to New York, moved to Nashville, whatever. So they go, okay, so we're thinking about doing this right here. So they go, okay, so what we're thinking is you're in the trailer park. It's like behind you in the green screen. It's trailer park. It's really dark and it's like slow music, And then you move to New York and it's like bright lights and it's fun. And I go, are you shitting on where I'm from? They go, no, we don't mean it like that. I'm like, no, that's exactly what you mean. I go, I enjoy trailer parks 1,000 times more than I ever loved New York. New York is a shitty fucking place with shitty people, shitty fucking food, fuck the whole place. I was like, so no, like you're not gonna shit on where I'm fucking from. And I go, no. And like I was like, hey, how about I'll do it? They go, we have to have something on paper before we do it. I go, hey, I was like, I just won't do the show then. Like I won't do it. I was like, I'll come in and you put the mic in front of me and you ask me questions and I'll make it work.
Right.
So we go in, they argue with me against it. I go, hey, they go, can we just have a couple of quick answers? I go, no. I was like, just ask me the fucking question.
Right.
So they went through and asked all the questions. They're fucking all laughing. And they go, 10 minutes, we're done. And they go, wow. They go, everyone else will take like 2 hours. This is amazing. You did it. I'm like, yeah, because I fucking do comedy, you fucking idiot. Like, they're so fucking stupid. Like, it's like, you don't do shit. You don't know what you're talking about.
They're trying to make the monkey dance, and in reality, you're like, I'm the only one that's knowing.
Fucking dumb. They have no experience. So that was annoying off the bat. The shit where I'm from. And then, so we go to shoot the first episode. They're like, Rocky, you're going fifth to last or, or second to last, like 5 hours away. They come up to me 10 minutes later, they go, "Hey, Rocky, you're going first, actually." So I go over first, go over to the place. I sit in the back for 45 minutes, just standing there, full costumes, makeup, everything, and the crowd is silent for 45 minutes. The people are just sitting there. They come out, start the show. Boom. I'm on stage first. There's no warm. They have a warm-up guy. James Madden was there. This amazing warm-up guy from New York. Nothing happens. So fucking come out, do my set. It goes good, get passed through. Everything's cool. But the issue is when I walked on stage, because I talked to the sound guy and I said, "Hey man," he goes to do a sound check, and I was like, "I guess so." I do a sound check. He goes, "Hey," he's like, "Your mic." He goes, "Your mic's too close to your face." And I go, "Okay, I'll pull it off." He goes, "Now it's too far." And he goes, "It has to be 3 inch. It has to be 3 fingers away."
You have to keep it exactly.
And I go, "No, that's not how mics work." I've deal with mics every day.
Yeah, that's never.
So if we can't find the mics that work for a studio, then what are we doing? Because the fucking Giggle Hut in Paris, Tennessee has fucking mics that I can hold away from my chin. I was like, also, we have monitors.
Right.
So I can monitor my sound if it's low or if it's high, you stupid fucking idiot. So when I walked out from my set, my monitor wasn't on. I go, "Hey guys, how are we doing?" And I hear nothing.
Nothing.
And so then I'm trying, and I freaked the fuck out. I popped a button on my shirt accidentally, so my chest, I'm 2 buttons down, way too many. And the first 15 seconds I fly through, then I finally settle down because I need a monitor because I can't hear myself talk.
Right.
Without headphones on, I have a real trouble. Like unless it's a monitor or headphones.
Right.
If it's just free talking, I'm very tough because I talk very, very fast naturally.
Right.
So see the sound guy when I walk off, I was like, "Hey man, my monitor wasn't on." He goes, "Oh, maybe I had it a little too low." And I was like, "Oh, maybe fucking do your job, you fucking idiot." Stupid
we just
motherfucker.
Discussed this.
So then the next issue was where the big problem happened. That was just unprofessional. They're stupid. But the issue was we go in the next day, they're gonna match us up, have us compete, the comedy clash. And I was like, "Hey, we're gonna bring you in a room, we're gonna introduce you to your competition." And I go, "Oh, you're Matt Rife, right?" And they go, "No." I go, "No, it's Matt.
Definitely gonna be
you
Matt.
asked me last night, you guys called me and asked me who I didn't like the least in this competition. You also asked me who was my best friend. And I told you, Matt. And so you're obviously going to match me up against him." I was like, "Oh, it's like a drama thing." They go, "No, it's not." Walk in the room, it's fucking Matt. Right?
Yeah.
They get Matt out of the room. They go, "Rocky, so what's your biggest strength and Matt's biggest weakness?" And I go, "I'm not doing it." I go, "We're not doing this." They keep asking a couple questions, roundabout. And I go, "Hey, man, y'all can keep asking questions, trying to get me to talk shit about Matt, but you're wasting your fucking time."
Yeah.
And they just go, felt the whole room suck back. They let me out of the room. They put me where the holding area was. I got there at 7 a.m. that morning. I was done filming at around 10 a.m.
Okay.
I sat there till 7 p.m. that night. They would not let me leave.
Why?
They just held me there.
Just because you didn't answer the questions?
Piss me off, yeah. So then the next day, we're back for the comedy clash. They fixed my hair real weird, like very fluffy. It's very weird. They put me in a bigger shirt that I have.
Yeah.
I usually wear like another shirt underneath it.
Right.
And it's a very big shirt. And we walk over, like, "Rocky, you're going first." And I was like, "I mean, guys, why'd I gotta go first twice? I know this situation now."
Right.
And they go, "It's good for the rest of the show for you to go first because you're high energy." And I go, "Hey man, I don't give a fuck about this show. I want to have a good set."
Yeah.
And they go, "Well, it's what it is." So I'm going first again, starting off the show. So of course, no warm up again or anything. Stand there, and they go, "All right, guys, your first 2 acts. One of them has a strong jawline. The other one's Rocky Dale Davis."
Oh my God.
And I go, and I'm looking at Matt. I'm like, "He just called me fucking fat." That was like a fat. And I look at Matt. Matt's wearing a tight shirt, sleeves cut out, jacked, right? And then I'm wearing a really, really big shirt. It doesn't fit me, and my hair looks real weird. And I'm like, "Oh,
They juxtaposed
you
you.
fucking cocksuckers."
Damn, and you and Matt are obviously good friends.
Yeah,
right?
and that's my buddy. And I, by the way, I whooped Matt's ass on this show. I fucking destroyed Matt, for the record.
Matt, I didn't know who he was until he came through a couple months ago. He's gorgeous.
He's a good-looking dude.
He's one of those dudes.
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude. I mean, he's it's all Hollywood muscles. I'll fuck him up. But
I'm not saying that makes you less handsome. I'm just saying he is like.
I'm one of those guys where if you've got someone handsome in front of me, if I can beat him up, I will. I can't beat up Jason Momoa. I'll fuck Matt up right now. But no, so Matt, when Matt goes up, you can't even hear. So Matt goes up, And you can't even hear his mic on the right side of the room. I had a fucking killer fucking set.
Jeez.
I did 3 minutes. They asked me, I had 3.5 minutes. So we come off, Matt goes, hey, man, I think you got that one. I was like, yeah, buddy, thanks, man. So we walk off in the back. Everybody walks up, congratulating me and stuff. And then we go back on, after the deliberation, after, everyone goes up. They have a 1 hour deliberation, walk up. They pick Matt, right? And I'm fucking
furious.
I'm so mad because Matt did not, I will put this on fucking record, did not fucking win. And so I'm just so fucking I'm like, you guys brought me here to fucking embarrass me. And this is annoying. I was like, whatever, it's TV. So then they air my set on TV. They used me in every promo they did. Because my jokes were great for the promo.
Yeah.
They were phenomenal. Especially when you're doing NBC, which it appeals to fucking middle of America, which all those fucking crackers look just like I do, So I watched my set, my second set, because I wanted to watch it. And so they didn't even post it online, by the way. They just had it on TV, and I watched it. And it was of 3.5 minutes. They put in about 1 minute and 5 seconds, and they cut out every applause break.
Oh.
I had 3 applause breaks in the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And they cut them all out. They missed the jokes. The jokes are out of order.
To make it look like Matt won.
Oh, son! I was so fucking mad. I'm still mad. I'm like, you fucking. And I should have known. I was, Hollywood's they're very slick, man. They bait you and stuff, and they get you, But they made me so. That was bullshit. Dude. That's just Hollywood.
Fucking damn. Well, I feel like I want to wrap this up.
Go ahead.
But before we go, is there anything you're going on tour soon? Is there anything you're working on that you can talk about right now, or
no? So what's up, dog?
Shawnee. Oh, she sees my IV is coming. Oh wow, perfect timing.
Shawnee, why didn't you come take mine out, dude? What's up? I thought we were fucking friends, Shawnee.
Yeah,
I put
Rocky,
it on full blast and let it freaking ride.
He let it rip, dude. It was just going.
I got super high. I'm a little fucked up right now. We get some morphine drip up in this bitch. Hey.
Oh my god, every comedian wants this to be drugs.
I was saying, dude, morphine would be the shit.
That would be probably bad for a podcast.
Come on, what? Is it illegal to do that? Is it illegal to just give morphine?
As long as it's prescribed.
Shawnee, my back is hurting right now from carrying this podcast. So
from carrying this podcast. Fuck. Damn.
Not honestly, just working on stuff now. I'm honestly just working on just my Instagram and stuff, and we have a couple projects coming up. Can't really talk about them right now until they're all done. But no, just on tour and stuff, and just focus on my social media.
Rocky Dale Davis on Instagram.
Davis.
Is that TikTok too?
Yep, all of it. Rocky Dale Davis.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out.
Yes, ma'am.
Carrying
thank
my podcast.
You. And thank you to the sugar drink.
Yeah, MSWnutrition.com. The code DETALKS, DETALKS. That'll get you 15% off. MSW Lounge.
That was a weird way to spell detox, right?
Yeah, because we're talking. It's play on words.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
That's why she makes the big bucks right there. That was unbelievable. I'm the dumbest person ever.
All right. Till next time, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Rocky.
Thank y'all.